welcome again, people. So the moment is upon us. The moment is upon us, people. The Manning Cup semi-finals. The Manning Cup semi-finals. Jamaica College, Mona, Kingston College, STATHS, Kingston College, Mona, Jamaica College. The moment is upon us, people. This is where we reach the big boys section. Big boys section, people. So if you feel free in the comment section, drop in the comment section, big boys time. If you feel free, please drop it in the comment section, big boys time. So we have Manning Cup on Tuesday, the Casa Cup on Wednesday, and we have Ben Francis on Thursday. And we return with it, I think it's on Saturday. That's where we return. Big boys time. Rose Gold. Big up Rose Gold. You're always there and you're always saying Mona. One thing for sure, you're always saying Mona. Now, Rose Gold, I wanted you to call in the other night after the Champions Cup final, and I would really want to know what your thoughts on that performance. But this one is different. This is not Mona versus CC. This is Mona versus JC. Now, this has a little difference in it. And the reason why it has a little bit of difference in it, to Mona, CC was the unknown. It's just pure hearsay. Going to that game is just pure hearsay. They know CC. They play CC in the preseason, but they wouldn't expect that would be the same CC. Surprisingly, that is football. They got a tremendous surprise on the Champions Cup quarterfinals match day. No, nonetheless, it is football. Guys, want to take our time to smash the like button, and also please support our sponsors at SAP Sports 4. Trying to sort out the jerseys so we can get the jerseys to give away before the finals. Before or even on the finals. We're trying to get that done, the Reggae Boyz jersey, as best as possible. Now, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss with these two teams. We have some upset on the card. What I'm gonna do, for sure, I will be dropping the link so you guys can come on and express your thoughts. Tell me what you think about the matchups, and we'll definitely looking forward to have a tremendous evening of football discussion. So everyone in the comment section, Vivian, Navarre, Christopher, Father Dan, Alex, Daniel West, Rose Gold, K Sports TV, Tekivich Music, JT, Tevez Powell, massive respect. Orlando, Andre Blake, I think I said that already. Massive respect. Thank you guys for coming in as early as possible, because it's quite early. 7 p.m. show. We're looking to kickstart the show fast, quick, and let's get it going. So if you guys want to come on, please let me know if I should drop the link or not. So let me know. Wagwan, so Samash, Wagwan. Gamebird said Clarendon badness. Hey, funny enough, because I have so much Clarendon fans who always tune in. You have a lot of people who would want Clarendon to lose as well. But that's how it is. You're always gonna find that. You're always going to find that. Stefan Wright said, I want to go on with the Champions Cup draw. The Champions Cup draw, or things change on the Champions Cup draw, where it was slated for a CC to play against STATHS, and now it's CC versus KC and JC versus STATHS. But there is a surprise coming. Ondinga Cameron said CC a big side. TG Sheni Solus, big up. STATHS all the way. Wi-Fi said why them change it. I don't know. They based off what I heard, that there was some initial difficulties from before the live draw. That's what they were saying. There was some initial issues from before the live draw, and even the live draw, that was the things that was documented for the live draw was actually wrong. That's what I was told. I'm not sure if that's carrying the water, me personally. Not really sure if that's carrying any water, but that's how it is. Gamebird said, if you know a one done, run Jamaica. JT said, match fixing JC1 KC final, but that's not gonna happen. Detective Music said KC are gonna get a beat up Saturday, one college. Navarre said, thank God we now play stats. Why is it that, Navarre? Nicholas Paul said, active, big up Nicholas. Maureen McLeod, big up Maureen, big up. CC won't have it as easy as they did against Mona. No, if you should consider, all right. When you know what, I'm going to leave the Champions Cup draw. Tonight is not CC night. We know there's enough CC people in the comment section, but tonight is not CC night. I'm realizing CC is the peak of all discussions. CC is always the peak of all discussion. We know. But tonight is the Manning Cup teams. They will take the show. Sean Edwards, big up. Thank you very much. Father Dan said KC now lose against overrated CC. That's what Father Dan said. KC will not lose against an overrated CC. Whew. Javin Risden said, warm to Father then. I don't know. It's his opinion. You can believe it. Daniel said Chester there too. Oh, okay. JT said Saturday at CC against the referee. That's gonna be that ref is gonna get ref against CC. Nicholas Paul said honestly, Mona gets 7 tomorrow. Gee. Javier Risen, big up, blessings my bro. KC 4. Alex said why CC now play? They're playing in the Champions Cup, man. They're still playing, but a different team. Maureen McLeod said Stats has a good team, but KC will give them lots of trouble. Now, the thing about this game, Daniel said you can drop the link. All right. I'm considering. Alain Blair said Mona nah get bag. Or Mona net I get bag. Oh, okay. Trophy Record said so. MG, you think Mona I go beat me? You don't know. Michael Smart said LOL. Aha, Mona High School season is over tomorrow. We love these semifinals. The atmosphere. Time to die. Remember, a Mona signature that, Time to die. Alex Allen said Mona no have no chance. Shane said big up Shane Billings. Big up. Massive respect. People make sure someone having water on a drink. Tune in for a good one. Let me go and drop the link. Let me start out the link, people. I never start out actually, but I'll say go sometime. Let me start out, people. Let me start it out. That's not. I think it should be here. I'm sorting out the link, people, because I know there's quite a few persons who want to come onto the platform. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the link early to open the platform. Now, remember initially, in the initial stage of the competition, a lot of persons were asking if people can come onto the platform, and I opened the platform for anyone to come on and voice their concern and discuss or share their opinions on the game. A lot of people are saying that Mona season is over now. I'm not sure how to approach that one. I do believe. Oh, well done. Troubletown Maroons defeated Waterhouse. Very, very interesting. Really, really interesting. Raheem Brown. Wow. So we have first guest on the panel. Truffle. Welcome, my brother. Wagwan. Yeah, I've got a lot of tapping eyes. I'm shut off in eyes background. Here, Truffle. Welcome, my brother. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Father, everything up.
Yeah, I've got a lot.
Yeah, that me realize. I just do that, man.
All right. No problem, man. No problem.
So everything good, though.
Yeah, everything is good so far. Let me see. I do believe that more people will be coming on. People, I will drop the link in the comment section. All right, say, my friend. Yeah, man, the regular panelists, Shane coming on and Daniel coming on. Navarre, you will get your chance, Navarre, man. Relax, Navarre. You will get your chance, man. You will get your opportunity, man. Know your head, man. Know your head, Navarre. Your time will be coming soon, man. You're young enough, man. You have whole of years in front of you. Father Dan said, Whisper Bus on the side net. I hope on the door, when Whisper Bus on the side net, open the door and cry. That's for the CC fan. Sean says, from CC get Richards out of the game Saturday. Easy win. Jordan Seaton said close games tomorrow, but JC will get
Yeah,
it
hear
done.
me?
One college. Yeah, man, me I hear it truffle. Me I hear it clear, loud and clear. People in the comment section, let me know if you're hearing the panelists as loud as possible. Let me know if you're hearing them clearly. Let me know if you're hearing them clearly. All right, so the game tomorrow. I think the game is 4:15 tomorrow. I think it's 4:15 the first game, and the second game will be 6:15. Wrong or right? Am I right? People correct me. Okay, Navar, me don't tell us I'll get your time, Navar. When I hear me clearly, right?
No, we are here. No.
Okay. People in the comment section, let me know if you're hearing the panelists clearly. Definitely. So I'm not hearing now. Me figure I wasn't on the front page. All right. So let me bring up the reason why we're here, which is the match, the Manning Cup games for tomorrow. So as you guys can see the table as it stands, hopefully Issa don't change that one as well. Hopefully it remains the same. Hopefully. All right. So we're gonna touch on the first game, which is Kingston College versus STATHS. Let me see what time. May I try find out which one of the match them will be playing first. Let me try to find out which one of the match I'm gonna play first. So I'm over by Issa. I'm not seeing that one. Not that either. That's Walker Cup. It's actually it's not showing. It's not showing at all. I don't know why. Anyways, since it's not showing, we still have a lot to discuss. Maybe someone might have a bit more information than I do. My assumption is KC match I play last. Just a few assumption, people. That's just an assumption. Wow. Truffle a cook, man. When you fall out of the kitchen. Just an assumption, I assume say KC game I go play last. Just a what do you call it now? Just a hunch, and don't even ask me where I'll get that hunch from. All right, so we have a game on board. We're gonna start the discussion with the KC versus STATHS game. That's the first game we'll start off. But before we start off with those games, what I want to do is I want us to run through the games, the most recent games from the other, these teams and what happened in those games. I.e., the last time Mona play, last time JC play, last time KC play, and the last time STATHS played. So we're gonna highlight those things, and then now we're gonna take away. Maureen said, "I will for Dutchy that." Yeah, and we're gonna bring the discussion because we have to talk about the last game that these teams played to come to a conclusion to what we can look forward to. I do believe that we can do that. So let's start off with you, Truffle. We're gonna start off with the first game, which have been not specific order, but the first game we're discussing is KC versus STATHS. So Truffle, my question to you was, when was the last game that you have seen from the STATHS team and the last game that you have seen from the KC team?
Oh yeah, me did what STATHS versus.
Mike, lower.
Yeah, I realize. Yeah, you hear me clearly?
Still lower.
No. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear
you. Yeah. The last match me did watch it's STATHS at them in Manchester.
You're gone deep again. You put it on the phone?
No, I'm not put it down.
An earphone you have in?
No, I'm not having an earphone. Yeah, you hear me now?
Yes. Just I hear you clearly.
Well, let me know one love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me I leave and come back.
All right. All right. Here we go. Make a move it now. Daniel. Cause Truffle is having his technical difficulties.
Well, hopefully I hear me. I think somebody await to in the waiting room, you know. Me
No
I
man,
try.
another man.
Oh, cool, cool.
Another. Me tell you,
Yeah, man.
team time will come, man. Never your time
All
will
right,
come, man.
cool. Yeah, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. Me I look on them match here now. KC Mona, where people are saying them right off Mona. No, mind you, me that one of them where did I
No man,
start
the first match
Mona them.
as Casey stats.
Oh, KC stats.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Yeah,
what
KC
we
stats.
start off in look at
Yeah.
the last games that these teams played, are the last game that we have seen of them, and use that analysis moving forward because we have to factor in those games as well.
All right. So for KC, we feel like obviously they never give Central any respect, even though Central, to me, the control one nice. They never start out like them not gonna make nothing of themselves in the first 15 or so 10 minutes. But them eventually get a hold of the midfield for a good portion of a while. Mind you, KC never no look like they need taking much as serious because them say a Central, and then the second half them bring on Whisper and so on. And we can say even though Whisper was on the pitch and them a play, we can't really say they got totally like humiliated because Whisper and the other brother come on at the second half. So me I look for Mona now. Me I look for stats, and me still yet to watch the full match because it there on YouTube somewhere, but me late to watch it. But me not hear this discuss, but I also heard Statsman they might know and say it. Me not sure, you know. Cause remember say me a Manchester man, but I heard that the awarding of that free kick was a little questionable. I mean, also heard that Manchester finished the match very strong and could have equalized. Again, if they never just more, they need just more clinical and possibly even win it too. So having said that, I am looking at this now and thinking, stats. If stats show up, I can see where Kingston College can have serious problems. Even though we just use the last match, me tend to want to use like JC stats as a guarding stick. That time there when JC barely beat them 1-0. And may I use that to analyze this KC matchup, and may I say Kingston College can get a surprise. Yeah, they can get a surprise. Yeah, they can get a surprise from this stats team.
All right.
Especially the number 7, where by the way, in my opinion, he is not Whisper no street and lane or another galaxy away from this player. Whisper no, they're very, very far from this number 70 stats. So I believe with stats very direct and aggressive approach, feel like is either this a go penalties or me feel like stats are go provide something. It all depends on how Whisper himself decides to play, because I can't tell you, I wasn't necessarily too impressed with how Whisper necessarily play the game even in command against Central.
All right. Nicholas, Paul, log on, bro. Bless up, man. So what are your thoughts on this game, this stats versus KC game? And what do you think of the expectations and factoring the last game that both teams played?
and the different playing styles about teams.
All right. My apologies, people. My fault. That was my fault. Why we never get to hear really the information there. All right. So Shane,
Yeah, man. Good evening.
big matchup. Stats versus KC. We just want to factor in everything coming to this game. Last game, everyone saw both teams and expectations. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Big matchup. Think it will be close. Starting out with stats, I predicted that they would have been a semi-finalist. Even preseason. They have been very consistent over the years, and I just felt that Leng, with what happened to his brother and stuff, the team had really committed to performing very well in honor of his brother this year. And I thought with that they would have been extremely motivated. And Satchwell is a beast of a player. If I was to rate Whisper 9, I'd put him 8. They're very close. So very solid team, highly motivated. I know you were saying all season that people now notice them and thing, but I always notice them from him. From 2017, I've been bitter about what they did to that great KC team in 2017. JD White stopped us then, but from then they have been a model of consistency. But I think even though the match will be close, this will probably be the end of the road for them. As I had predicted KC to, when I heard they lost 19 players, I said, and then the change of the coach, I figured there would have been a huge transition, maybe take a year or two for KC to get back to KC. But Stampy having been such a fundamental part of the program for so long, Pepsi, Colton winning many trophies and being an integral part of the Man Cup team, the transition was smoother than I thought it would have been. And the maturity of the players and how good they are even pleasantly surprised me. So when I look at Shakes, Gibbs, Kennedy, Mattis, and by what's the defender by I forgot his name, the captain. Looking at the team is solid, albeit young. And I believe that they have enough to pass as stats. I'm predicting a 2-1. I think KC has to manage Leng and Satchwell very closely. But with Gibbs, Kennedy, Shakes, Whisper up front, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much for stats, and that's why I predicted 2-1. But at the end of the day, I still believe, even though we're not there yet, that JC is the tops in terms of the quality in the Manning Cup. Yeah. So even though I'm saying KC will win this one, I'm predicting a KC JC finals. But I think JC will be too strong for KC at the end of the day, just because of the sheer youth of the team, having lost 19 players from last year and the coach transition, and with JC only losing about 3-4 from last year, the same team that lost on penalties in the finals. I think that will prove too much for KC at the end of the day. But I believe we're just a little bit stronger than stats. I predict 2-1. It will be close and tight, and KC needs to manage Satchwell and Leng very closely, or they could give away the game. That's my take.
Issa, welcome to the program. What's up?
Yeah, man. Bless up. KC stats. When it comes to matchups like these, you look for like X factor players. I mean, KC having Whisper, Stats having Satchwell, So I think these games will come down to not much of a tactical battle, but which one of the players have a better game. I mean, the Whispers last game probably wasn't his best, but I know that with the Phoenix Academy, I think they were doing some games for scouts or something like that. Obviously, he came off the bench, so you have to factor in things like that. Also, it probably 2 or 3 players, 4 players were not in the KC starting 11, so you guys have to look at that as well. And it's been a long season. I mean, they're playing 2 different competitions. You have to use up your squad. So I mean, you have to factor in things like that. So the last game probably wasn't their best. And when you have a player like Whisper, you want him to make an impact. And indeed, just like he came off the bench, he scored. He brought his team over the line. What else can he ask for? You know what I mean? Came off the bench, scored. He did his job. His team is into the next round of that cup competition. So if I'm looking at that, he did his job. And knowing, that they are playing, matches for scouts outside of the Manning Cup. So you have to factor in those things. For stats, looking at the match I played against JC, they created a whole lot of opportunities even before JC scored. So I think that they are a very, very good team. They create so many chances. And if KC is not careful, I mean, if Stats is on top form, it can be very difficult for JC, So players like Satriel Ling, and a couple others, they are very good. I mean, as I said, when it comes down to games like this, you look for your X factor player to come in and give you a boost and put on a good performance. But I will, over the course of the season, I would say if you're depending on a player to impact a game, I would put my house, my land, my life on Whisper. You understand? So that's where it's at, bro. Like in a game like this, you want players like that to shine, to show their quality, and show that this is what they want, and not taking away anything from the other players. But as I said, if you want to look over the course of the season, Whisper is that guy you would put everything on to say, all right, your team needs you, bring them over the line. And I'll go for KC winning this one. Stats is a very, very, very good team. As I said, they create loads of chances because they have players to do that. So I'm just giving KC the win because they have a player who I think, on any day, on any situation, he can unlock any defense, create something. And I don't think the team is probably over dependent on him. It's just that you have a player who is quality and can do things. So I mean, you're going to use him. Why have a player like that and not, looking to give him every opportunity to help his team move forward? So I would give KC this one.
All right, well said. Nicholas, we come to you already?
Yeah, man, they talk to me already, but I think
I'm going to everybody already.
Yeah.
I'm going to everybody already. All right. So I'm going to give my 3 cents on this game. My 3 cents on this game. So far on the panel, we have how much? So Daniel, you said KC, right?
No, man, I said Stats.
You said Stats. Nicholas, you said, who you said Nicholas?
Stats 2-1, man.
Stats. So we have 2 KC, 2 Stats.
Yeah.
Oh, so Shane said KC getting the edge. Issa said KC getting the edge as well. All right, so this game now is going to be a good game. End-to-end stuff. This is 100% end-to-end stuff. People in the comment section, before me do that, me drop the poll. Now, people, I drop the poll. Just give me my apologies. I should have done this before. It no makes sense to put draw because someone must win the game. So even for penalties, somebody must win the game. Alright, so the poll is in the comment section, people. Now, there's so much factors surrounding this game. Both teams style of play. KC, end-to-end, basketball type of football, to and from. But the reason why they tend to beat their opponents is because, as Issa mentioned, they have an X factor in Whisper. So he's going to score, for sure. Even, well, more than likely when the game is that open, he will score because he's that type of player. Now, a Stats team was way more organized than most of the teams that KC have played against. Way more organized than Mona. Better presser than Mona. Way more organized than Georges. And these two teams are the two best teams that KC have played against. Mark me if I'm wrong. If KC have played better teams than this. Shane, which two teams are the best two teams that KC have played against?
Georges and Mona.
Alright, so Georges and Mona. Now, KC playing against a team that is way more structure, have a better structure than both Georges and Mona. A team that is way more organized than both Georges and Mona. They can press better than both teams. Many people know. You remember before the Mona game, I asked, Shane, you remember I asked which team is the best pressing team in a commission? And I said Stats, and majority of the people say Mona. And when I asked the question again, who are the fittest team in a commission? And I said Stats as well, and they said Mona. Now, you realize against CC, if you were at the game, you'd realize that 60 minutes, there were a lot of players going down because of fatigue. A lot of players going down because of fatigue. Now, these are some of the variables that I'm considering going to the game. Now, Stats also have a X factor player in Satchwell. They have a team that press well, create a lot of turnovers in the midfield, and push teams back. As mentioned, if it was against JC and the way how they stifled JC and create numerous amount of chance, unfortunately, they didn't have on their shooting boot. And the best thing about that day is that losing that game won't definitely going to drop them out. Now, I do think that this is a fair and even matchup between both teams. A fair and even matchup between both teams. Not sure if it's going to be a vast difference in the scoreline. I think it's going to be close, maybe 3-2, 2-1, or 4-3, something in that category. Now, KC going to this game would have had a young team just the same as the Stats team. This Stats team, this KC team are quite similar to that of that team that played in the Colts final. Many of the players that they left were were senior players, and they have to bring forward some of those Colts players. Same thing, similar thing with Stats. A lot of these players that are playing the Stats for the Money Cup team right now are players from the same Colts team. They know each other. And guess what? Same coach, Philip. So I do believe that he would have had some level, well, it's not Philip, but I do believe that he would have had some level of understanding of what transpired then and what can happen now going forward. For me, I would give Stats the edge over KC. I know a lot of people are going to beat me for that. When I was in stadium, I got beaten for saying that even CC was better than Stats. That's what I got beaten for. So imagine me now coming and say that I'm giving the Stats the edge over KC. I do believe it will be a difficult game for KC. The level that Whisper is at, it's going to shine, but you have to remember that when you have someone on the same flank going at your goal, the only option that he has is to defend, and he have to defend. Which means that the farther you keep him away from your goal, the less than likely he will score. Yes, he will score. But the less than likely. I do believe that Stats are going to get the edge. I might say a 3-2, 2-1 in that region.
See people in the chat, MG.
I'm just giving the Stats the edge now. So further down, we're gonna do the score lines. A lot of people are saying KC. Listen, the KC fan base is big, and most KC fans, as I said to the fans in the stadium, most KC fans, they will be speaking from their feelings, how they feel about their team. Big up Dana Van Dale, massive respect, my brother. They'll be speaking about how they feel about their team rather than what they see on the pitch, i.e.
What?
What I say?
But see one brother Osari in the chat I say because Stats play Manchester, so then KC better on Stats. So that means a Manchester no not you know.
Well, basically that must say.
That they must say.
Well, we will see. we will see. We will see. Football is not as straightforward as what most people think. You might see a team going in with the X factors, the best set of players, go into the game and still turn out and lose bad. That's how unfair football is. I'm just giving Stats the edge over KC. Now, let's move now. Tajay McGregor said if you know how Stats play, he would have chat so. Ozari, remember Ozari, everyone has their opinion. Remember, what KC fan base big, you know. So you have whole people that say KC are the better team and KC will win. You have way more people that say that. So nothing wrong if one little analyst I say Stats a little bit better or Stats have the edge over KC. Nothing wrong if one person said that. Because I know most analysts that have seen preview this game, they have went in favor of KC. I don't know other analysts who said Stats, you know. I think maybe I'm the only one who said KC. I said Stats. But most persons so far have said I'm KC. So we're gonna move to the next one. Daniel, we have a big matchup. Mona versus Jamaica College. Big matchup. As the reason why I said I want to factor in the other games is because these games, coming into this game, can play and can be impactful on the results and the performances. I.e. Mona. Mona just encountered a tough opponent and lost that game. Now, what is the mindset like going to this game? They played KC, a really good opponent, and they lost. They played CC, a really good opponent, and they also lost. Now they're going up against JC, another very, very good opponent. Daniel, what are your thoughts about this game?
Now, this Mona team, a couple factors I think is affecting them, you know. So, first of all, say me like them play. Not much people big up Mona like that, but me like how them play. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The pressing thing, I guess CC were best school in the country. She was say, boy, if you press a CC, you have to well good. Like well good at pressing. Right? So I mean, me sort of limit me expectations of Mona. But I am wondering if this can affect them in two ways. Is it that they are hit by the reality of what tough teams is like? Factor on top of that, the fact that they have never been in high stakes situations like this before. They're debutants. But also, I am wondering if they have learned anything from these two tough losses. And it's one thing I know about Butler. He is gonna motivate them. He is gonna take his notes. He's not gonna wanna just exit the competition, even to the level of embarrassment when get from CC. So I am thinking that we expect a significantly better showing from Mona, even though JC is probably the closest thing to how CC plays. So I feel like Mona is gonna show up a little bit. They might give a better account of themselves. I believe that they must learn a few tough, painful lessons from them two games where they lose, especially against CC. I may expect them to put out a better showing. in terms of which mindset them are going, I am not sure because I don't know how them are going to manage all of these factors. You know, so they know what defeat is like. They know what going up against a good team like. What is going to happen when they see JC behaving similar in many parts of the game, like how CC did? Will they panic? Will they compose? Will they be disciplined to stick to the best game plan where the coach come up with to counter that? Or are they going to panic again? I don't know. But I do expect, though, Mona to show a better account of themselves. And worse, Steve Butler, we talk so big, he might go want to prove a point for real for sure say Mona, despite getting 2 losses back to back, they are supposed to be here. So I think it's going to be a very, very close match. I don't see it going necessarily as wide, or I don't expect it to go as wide as what people think. Like how, you saw a vast disparity between CC and Mona, right? So I expect it to be a little closer, but at the same time, if I'm to be totally honest, considering all factors involved and who JC is, I don't know if me see Mona overcoming that. So me still believe JC is gonna find a way to beat them by a 1-goal margin. There is gonna be goals though. You're not gonna lock out Mona. That is the one thing we realize. You're not gonna lock them out. So a 1-goal win. None of a 2-1, 3-2 in favor of JC.
Well said. Nicholas.
Yeah, man. You guys hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear.
All right. Regarding the Mona JC game, yeah, 100% agree with what Daniel said. Well, 90%. In terms of how Mona will play, they played a lot of guts. I believe that side that play with a lot of emotions coming from their technical director. But but like him stubborn to me, and he's I think he'll continue the pressing game. Being that they play that team that would I say similar to how JC would have played. JC play similar, but I think CC play the style better or the system better, being that they move the ball quicker. But I think Mona would encounter the same problem. You can't press a team where with a well ironed team already. You understand what I say? So more that there will be a disparity with the two teams in the semi-final. I expect Mona to score, yes. Mona is a team that will come out running at you for the first 15 to 20 minutes, but how long can they hold that press, as they are mentioned? They can press, but they don't hold it as long. They'll come out second half again, 15 to 20 minutes, as we all see. That's how they score the goals, the latter stage of the competition against Casey and so on, where, they come out, they get a good team to come out with this emotion all riled up, and then, they'll create a lot of chances, and then they might score. But I think JC has the firepower to withstand any press they might come with. Mona, to me, their defense will be of concern. They are a team that can see goals. You see where they can let in 4, especially at this stage of the competition. And JC at this stage of the competition will be looking to score goals. Continuing from their goal scoring prowess through the season. I mean, it would look bad. I know I said in the chat that Mona gets 7. But to be fair, would I get a 5-2 JC? I mean, maybe 4-2. Yeah, maybe, yeah, man. JC will come out scoring goal. Yeah, talk about Mona. Somebody mentioned that Mona, they might play some scout games or so on. I think that will be a factor as well on their legs. You understand? They might come out on a stadium field, which would be a bigger field than what them used to. Mona have a depth in them team like a JC. So I think they might come out very leggy. They might come out pressing, as I say, in the first 50 to 20 minutes. This is what I expect because they played at this stage last year, if we all remember. JC and Mona played at this stage last year. I think it was the same thing. They came out pressing against JC, and then after that, then get tired and JC just took control of the game. So the sheer physical and technical ability of JC, I believe, will show the class and show the disparity between the two teams to me. JC basically have this one in the bag.
That's one good point still, We never remember I said them play games like you call it academy games still. So we'll see. But we don't know why. Well, we see how that they factor in. That is definitely gonna be a factor, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, and being that they're going a big stadium field, so we'll see about it.
All right, well said. Issa.
Yeah. JC and Mona. It should be a watchable game. I mean, JC FC, as people call them. A big side, JC, I mean, without telling a lie, JC have a big side, but my brain I say JC, but my heart I say Mona, because I just like what, is happening there, non-traditional school, not been on the map, taking up from wherever the coach took them from, and, bringing them to where they are now. I mean, who wouldn't love to see that story? It's like a Cinderella story, so my heart I say Mona, but I mean JC is a big team. In terms of tactics, I mean, what I saw from Mona in the Clarendon game, the first 2 goals, to be honest, they were just errors from the goalkeeper, in my estimation, I know they play a high line, so the keeper generally would probably want to be on his toes, but that second goal, he could have stayed. The defender was catching up to the player, so he didn't have to come off his line as yet. So those 2 first goals for Clarendon, I would say they were down to errors of the goalkeeper. So if you take out those, the other goals were scored, from the run of play. Mona trying to come back in the game, still playing a high line, the Clarendon team playing through balls, through the lines and, getting opportunities to face the goalkeeper. But I think if Craig sets up his team, very good and, little tweaks here and there, I think they can hold JC and hope that they can score. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because, as I said, they do play a really high line, and JC have quality players in multiple areas of the field. So, JC is expected to win. I expect JC to win, but my heart wants Mona to win just because, as I said, where they're coming from and where they are now.
The story.
Yeah, man, the storyline, it sells. But I mean, if we're trying to analyze the game, there are ways that I think that Mona can, come out victorious. As I say, eliminate, mistakes and try to be on the front foot for as long as possible. And I think that would help them, to get a result in the game. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to pick a winner, as I said, my head I tell me JC, but my heart I say Mona. I understand. Yeah.
All right. Shane, you left now.
Yes, MJ, if my drop off, understand the phone say it over. I get a message to the phone overheat. That first me I say that.
iPhone have. It's in drop off already. All right. Taj Mahal. I assume so that's the name. I get it right?
Blessings, brother. Yeah, man, I get it right, man.
All right. So, me say in the comment section.
Yeah, man.
Speaking about it, I see you're disgruntled. So explain to us now, because remember, we all have opinion. I have to remember to them state the opinion. I have to remember to the panelists are stating their opinion.
Understand.
Yeah, and what we are saying is not facts, because the game no play yet. So we're just going off the perception of what has happened already and what is likely to happen based on what we see and what we understand of the game. So, run it with me, and boss.
General. So it's an opinion of me or a lot of person when you're in relation to Mona. And me is a Casey. Casey me normally because Casey on my side. But to tell you the truth, I watch the Mona CC match and me a lot of persons that say Mona CC embarrassed them. But to be honest, I wonder if it's a different game I watch or something because we need to understand that these are young men. And them just are come from the back of the field from their previous game with Casey. And to me, the fact that the goalkeeper made 2 crucial errors. So to me, those were blatant, unprovoked errors. I think that played a massive part in the game. I think that really threw Mona game plan out of work fully. So I wouldn't go as far as to say Mona got embarrassed and that scenario being painted by a lot of persons. I don't think they were embarrassed. I think because with even the best of the teams, they got two goals down from unprovoked errors by your goalkeeper. It demotivates you a lot. And these are young players, so I see why the heads may have dropped. The pressing may not have been there and allowed CC being in such a possessive game to really dominate them to some extent because of the situation that they're in. But up until the point where the errors were made, to me, Mona was the better side. And that is why I'm going out on a limb to say, I think Mona will come and surprise JC. If Mona scores first,
hold
Mona will win that game.
Just a question. I want to get the answer clearly. In your perspective, in your opinion, Mona versus CC, Mona was the better team?
No. I'm saying, because we have to put everything into context. Up until, because first of all, you need to look at the first, how CC goals came about.
Putting pressure on Mona. That's how the first goal came about.
Pressure, it was a cross coming in. There wasn't even a clear player in the ball. That was a blatant error. The goalkeeper come, the ball fumbling his chest, and it basically must be a one goal because he was the one who hit the ball in the net with his hands, trying to lock the ball to his chest. So,
can I say something about that?
Alright, go ahead.
If me have the ball, and me then at the 18-yard box, in front, not really in front of the goal, in the 18-yard box, how you think I got there to force an error by your keeper? I played to reach there now. And for your keeper to make errors, I must have done something to put your keeper in an uncomfortable position for him to make an error.
All right, let me ask you a question.
But go now.
Would you expect any goalkeeper at any particular level to do something like that? Did you expect a goal to come off that situation, or would you classify that as an unprovoked error by the goalkeeper?
All right.
I agree with him in a goal now because that first goal you put it down as they would label it as an unforced error.
Yes, it was an unforced error. I agree.
You understand? Because there's nothing that caused him to do that.
But
the second goal,
even if you put it down as an unforced error,
would work.
But what I'm saying, even if you put it down as an unforced error, what is the striker doing in the 18-yard box?
Well, let me say this, go now. Like, what they need to understand is, first of all, CC one team will start off a game patient. You see it too often. You see it against Edwin Allen. You see it almost every game. It's like them feel out. Them have a plan, but then take like the first 15 and just chill and feel the ball game. So, more you understand to some degree. No, me not take nothing from Mona. Guna know say me is a Mona. Me like how them play football. Just like how unseen when unseen there, I love it. Me is a Mona fan, to be honest. Me like how them play football. But you see CC, when you see Mona do that in the first 10-15 minutes, more you understand say part of it is them attacking and being aggressive, and part of it too is CC's approach to how them start games.
Yeah.
If you watch all a CC game when they must start
fast.
So they don't start, they don't start them patient. And then feel out the ball game for like 10-15 minutes. And if you realize in the match, me know say that was a goalkeeping error, but there's a reason why that error was made too, right? But if you realize as the match go on, one, Me think say Mona was a harder running team than that. Them bust after about 60, 70 minutes ago.
60 minutes.
Yeah, then can't manage again. And then if you look on the chances we create, CC should have even scored some more goal. Yes, Mona.
Remember one kick on the post, no? You man want to kick on the goal, man, they kick it back on the post. Clear.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem with CC. CC is gonna take some time and feel out the game. And when they figure it out and set in a them way, a hell for you take the ball from them. You have to go, you have to go fit.
And the thing too, you know, what make it even more better is that when Kernan have the ball, Kernan them barely a money, just had knock the ball this and you they kill up yourself, you can't
yes, and they make the ball at work.
And that happened to Mona. When I watch the game, I say, look, man, them just are easy and I knock the ball and I want a little 2-yard pass. If I want a little 2-yard pass.
Alright, it's on Daniel. It's on Daniel. Me could not move too far away from what Taj Mahal say no. Taj Mahal, continue ball.
Alright.
Me tell you, me can't have a saying.
What on the Fortis, man? What on the man? Me give you continue now. Taj Mahal.
Yes, I'm come on late, man.
Mona is better than Clarendon College because Clarendon College to me is the best schoolboy football team. I just don't like the narrative where people are saying Mona got trashed. CC embarrassed Mona because to be honest, we never see. Because most of those players that played in that game, you know, I was watching a link where they were playing the Thursday before. So losing to KC, playing the Thursday before and conceding the first goal, again, these are young players. That impacted them a lot playing against a position-based team like Clarendon College because when you're pressing, especially when you're not at your physically replenished, it's a mental aspect of the game. So mentally you're down from an error like that. It affects the pressing of the game. So it's true. And even the second goal to me personally, you know, was also a huge blunder by the goalkeeper, you know, because I don't know how he got caught in no man and running there because the defender was right in the back of the player. So he had nowhere to go. So even that itself was an unforced error in my opinion. So I'm not saying that Mona deserved to win. I'm just saying that I don't like the narrative where you're saying Mona got trashed and Mona got embarrassed. And to me, up until the errors coming, I think Mona held their own. So I think they deserve some respect for the kind of game that they provided based on the situation that their goalkeeper placed them in. I think that is similar to me. It's very similar to Karius in the Liverpool Real Madrid final. Sometimes those things happen in football.
Let me ask you one question. So Taj, so let's not say Mona got trash, Mona got outclassed. Would you say Mona got outplayed?
I would just say the team that made the less errors and was more composed on the day got the win, and they played better on the day. I don't like the narrative that Mona got trashed.
That is the reason I take away the aspect of got trashed and get outclassed and using the term outplayed on the day.
On the day, yeah, they were outplayed on the day.
Alright, would you say that the CC team is a better team than the Mona team?
Individually, yeah, I think they're a better team. As I said, they to me, they have the best schoolboy football team in the island.
Question again. Would you say that CC play better football than Mona?
On the day?
No, man. In general, man.
In general, but you have to take in mind the opposition. I really don't like that about opposition, but the football based on what they're playing with the teams that they face, it's easier to watch on the ice. Let me put it that way.
Alright, so who else in Money Cup you think play better than how CC play?
No, that's why I'm saying I think they're the best team, but I think they are, for instance, to me personally, that is why I'm not exactly sure what happened with the Champions Cup. I wanted them to play STATHS because I think how STATHS plays, I think that would be a significantly difficult game for them to play. But I don't know what happened and it switched around, and I think they're now playing
KC. Yeah.
I wanted them to play STATHS because I still want to see them go up against the best Money Cup team. To really say, all right, they're the real team.
So you have STATHS as the best Money Cup team?
No. All right. There's something that when you look at a football team, the tactics that a team employ, sometimes it directly affects the opponent. Because I think what stats does to a lot of teams is how highly stats press. It forces other teams to not have a good game. And especially when you're a possession-based team like CC, I think that will affect them a lot. So I wanted to see the contrast of that matchup. But unfortunately, we won't get to see it.
But Guna, remember, as me say, I don't know, Massa, let me tell you. You see, when you watch CC, it's just a different level ball game they play. Because even the stats thing, right? Stats is a very good team. We just predicted a while ago. Stats play against Manchester. You get me? Stats play against Manchester. They won 1-0. Right? And I heard, I haven't watched the match yet. I still have it down to go watch through the game. But I heard that in the last 10-15 minutes, Manchester had quite then could have get something out of the game and possibly even nick it and win it. And this is stats we're talking about. So we put it in perspective and understand that, mind you, Manchester not play the system where CC play, obviously. Right? But I will say, my opinion is, when it comes to football and playing total football, the score no reflect it. Yeah, Mona get their chances. When we look on the total ball game over time, you see game management, CC is a master of that for your schoolboy team. And when you look on how they manage the game and weary down Mona over time, that is what we mean by outclass. Me not necessarily mean say, boy, I be a wonder see if the Mona keeper didn't make it. I just how patient and how they manage the game and could I even score more goals, right? It's a very let me tell you, the most scary thing about CC is that when they're under the most pressure, they still look composed. That is what baffles me, how composed they are and patient. When they got pressed hard by Edwin Allen pressed them, Edwin Allen come out way harder than Mona. And CC just look relaxed. Right? You know that is a derby, that is a rivalry. And they're patient. And the same thing we realize happened with Mona. Now, what I credit Mona for, Mona is a very potent team going forward. Every time they build up an attack, they look like they're going to score. But they come up against Mr. Malachi Douglas round back there, so. And when he win the ball, him just pass around them. And him a press on it. Sometimes they win it back in the first hit and they say, oh, we need to adjust this to come on by 15 minutes. The game just mellow out and then start build. That is what we mean by outclass. Me no mean say, boy, they never have reason. Me not say mistake not by the goalkeeper. But also we have to factor into say sometimes is a team create their own luck and create those type of instances that make it go their way. So that's what we mean by outclass.
All right, so I have the stats here on my phone. These are the statistics for the Mona versus Clarendon College game. So Shane Billy, me drop the link so you can jump back on. So before me read the stats, 40 Pigeon, do you have something you want to say? Drop it in my boss.
Yeah, big up everybody. I love the reason, especially the last man reason there. But me tell you what kind of beat Mona. Mona panicking at the game after the first goal and the keeper made the mistake. Right? And they try to play a catch up. So they said Mona did a press. Clarendon College did us watch them and move the ball around them because Clarendon College play, them watch all you come out for the first 15 minutes, Cause I watch them, I know them play them ball game, So I saw them use on counter Mona. So Mona never really had an answer for them because the first goal was a blunder by the keeper. And then Clarendon started capitalize on them because them know say Mona got press. They said Mona press and them hold by the ball. Mona now nobody in the middle. So them start push the ball through the middle and sometimes them push it on the flank. You know it's a Marquis I give them peer trouble. And the number, I think he wear number 8. I can't remember his name. He was left foot. Yes, him. Yes, more time. More time. Him have too much space. Sometimes I'm not even mark him. So Mona did have panic to try to get back a goal. And I think that beat them. Right? So when Clarendon College now are going to meet up on a better side because May I hear some changes are going in at the Championship Cup?
KC
KC not gonna play JC.
JC
KC.
and Clarendon College, JC stats.
All right. You see when I reach out the match there now, I dare say I gonna see the real matchup. And I like the fact, I never hear clearly, so I don't want to misquote anybody, but I like the fact that they make it seem as if, even though he's a 40th man, so KC never did as well as them supposed to. I remember now, was 5 or 6 starters who never started in the game, you know.
Agree.
Right? You notice on the second half, who put in the man, them, you see the real KC. I really come out. And as me explained to you already, said militaries are 2 we are gonna give them. I know you remember me tell you are 2 we are gonna give them. Me know me tell you that already. I tell you say Central will come out.
KC don't beat them.
Yeah. Yeah, 2. Yeah, but me say 2 because me see how Central play them ball game. Right? But this when KC will Clarendon College, don't want nobody feel that they're gonna be a walk over. It's not gonna be the walk over because it's the guy named Mattis. Eh? The guy named Mattis. No, people make it seem as if it's a Clarendon College. I got mash up KC.
No, who said
I'm gonna see that coming.
Remember, I say KC have one of the biggest fan base now. So I do think that most persons would be in favor of KC winning.
No, but not saying KC. I'm not saying KC are gonna win, you know, but me I tell you, say there's gonna be a matchup. Let me give you a look history. Me say KC do 1 year. You have a side on and them come from Westman and St. Elizabeth and them Rossies. You about them in the Championship Cup finals. You know, so we do them. You don't remember that game there?
Yeah, but a long time that
4 pieces. No, let me try to explain to you. Sometimes you say the coach. You see, sometimes you say the coach. What was a part of that coaching team? Sometimes the coach, just like Maria Lenny I, because I said Lenny I, they call him.
Remember that in a man. Premier League multiple times, you know.
Yeah, I'm a teacher and he used to play the ball game, so I know the ball game. You understand? Okay. Remember I say so Watson, what was under Ludlow. Much of the thing where Ludlow used to do, I never Ludlow uslow used to do it really. Obviously Ludlow what's the man, what's our coach, the under 16. Where you say whisper and some of them youth that have come through. So I know the youth them from them time there have come up in the program. So I know them play them ball game. And him can change. Him about if a change him can put on at any given time. You notice how him always do it. He can put on any change. But you see the match where I cover the Clarendon College and KC, it will come like that. It will be the finals. May I tell everybody that because you don't know who are going to win. Because I'm not going to say a 40th man. I'm going to say 40th are going to win. And that's some me believe things. Watch the day of the ball game. I'm going to feel say any one of them side that win that match, and them going to win the championship cup.
Alright, this is the stats, people. This is what the stats are like. Many people don't remember the stats. So these are the statistics between Mona and CC on match day. 17 shots to CC, 11 to Mona. 6 shots on target to CC, 5 to Mona. CC committed 13 fouls. Mona committed 21. Now, the ball possession was 62% to CC and 38% to Mona. Shane, as a man who watch football and know the game like that, what do you think about those statistics?
Yeah,
62%
right, so
to 38% in ball possession.
So I think it was my other 40s brother saying like the narrative was say Mona get trashed on, but that is what happened, brother. Mona was totally and utterly outclassed, outplayed, out everything on the day. I don't know, probably more some him not like the derogatory term like trashed and them thing. We can understand that, but let's pretty it up and say they were outclassed, outplayed, outmaneuvered, out everything. They were in 2 different leagues. If you watch the ball game, it was night versus day. I don't know any other way to put it. Clarendon College was simply dominant, simply spectacular, and they deserve all the flowers, and I'm not going to take away anything from Clarendon College just to not make Mona feels so bad. That's my take on that one. Now, I would love to talk about the Jamaica College Mona game now. MG, can I
we still
proceed?
upon it, man.
Yeah, man. So, here now. Going before I answer that directly, I believe that Manning Cup got the top 4 teams right. I don't believe that's the case for the Costa Cup. I don't believe the top 4 teams rose to the top for the Cup. But for Manning Cup, we got it right. However, I just think that this JC team is a class above everybody. And Mona are going to find themselves in deep waters. Not that they don't deserve to be in the semifinals. I think they very much deserve it based on all the great work. And I'm not going to take away from Butler. Even if him get a third beat down, I think what he has done is phenomenal to bring a team like this that has never been there this far, to bring out the kind of fan base. I say, me never know so much people go Mona in my life. Me want a Mona fans, me say, at the game them. Holy. So, I mean, what Butler has done is simply phenomenal, and him deserve him big ups and him kudos. But I just believe that him reach a business end now where there are people that have been there and done that many, many times and have really have stronger programs that I believe if Butler have 2, 3 more years, 4 more years, him could build up him thing to this level. But I think him just meet up now with him. He's there with the big boys now. And JC is just going to be too strong. That team from last year that made the finals, he has turned a lot of players and recruited some more. Some people call them the United States of the Caribbean because they have some couple Caribbean players too. And the team is just all around and I think it's going to be a 4-1, 3-1, something like that. And I just think that Butler kind of made it a little bad for his players. Because if JC was going to just play and beat them normally, I think now the fact that they have a better team, a deeper team, and now that you have added extra motivation to them by words emitted by the coach, is just going to make the situation a little bit worse and Mona and the day. Other thing, Butler had said earlier in the season that he will not be changing his style or his thing to suit anybody. Team will have to adjust to him. And in that CC match, when I see Dante Peralta playing left back and looking totally out of sorts when he's supposed to be on the left wing up there.
When he started off striking.
Yeah, he's up front. He normally play up front. And to see him back there, it showed me something that maybe he has some lack of depth in the back line. He can't versus CC, he cannot afford to send up Daniel Mitchell like he did in the earlier rounds where they could leave their posts and go all the way up the front and score some goals and casually go back to defense. He couldn't do that. In fact, it was the reverse. He had his striker going backwards now instead of the defenders going forward. And that shows that the other team made him adjust, and he will have to eat his words with that one. And I just believe that JC is just a little notch below CC, but way above Mona. And Mona will have to endure the same experience that they did against CC.
All right. Nicholas. So going to this game.
I mean, what more can I say? Yeah.
it's a lot. Oh, well, and
what more can I say? I mean,
yeah, here, man.
Yeah, Mr. Billings explained everything. Yeah, Mr. Billings said, basically take the words out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, Mona will endure the same thing Or maybe even worse, because tired legs are coming into play. I believe the system that Mr. Butler playing, he can't afford to play the system continuously with the squad that he has. I don't think he has the depth to play to be pressing every single game for 90 minutes. In total, I don't have it. So I think it'll take a toll on them. And, I hope it'll be a good game still, but, they're not going to endure the same thing that them endure on Saturday.
Okay. David, welcome to the program. What going, my bro?
What going, MG? Big up everybody.
Glad to have you on here, man. What are your thoughts on this game, this matchup?
Well, first and foremost, honestly, I don't really know too much of the player them nowadays, but because he's a KC man. But honestly, you see what I catch Mona now. Mona try to play like Liverpool, and in the early days when Klopp did a manage in Germany, one of the problems them Klopp did have was that he want to play heavy metal football, which was cool. But the thing is, when you play heavy metal football, fitness is always a main factor. And if you go back and watch the CC against Mona game, you realize that the Mona players were burnt out. And before the matchup, I tell everybody say, Mona tired. You see, taking it from the first round to now, you realize Mona just a play. And I'm going to score this bag of goal, You understand me? But you see, because them not so experienced, you realize that them use all of the top players. So if you look now, and you see JC side now, you realize that the full squad are playing now because they reach at the business end. You see what I say? So because they never had rest players enough, that's one of the problem them too. And then you have to understand the difference between CC and the Mona team is that CC have very, 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 if not the best, if not one of the best, fitness coaches. And CC, how them press like City. If you watch back the match, you realize Mona rarely have the ball. And that's the truth. Mona rarely have the ball. Every time Mona get the ball, Mona lose the ball. And that's the thing. CC next to Stats, but CC are the only team that can really sit down and analyze and watch how them press. Them not make you have the ball for more than 10 seconds. May I tell you that. Watch back the match. You will see 3-4 players, them just take the ball from the same time. And after them take the ball from you, what them do? Them start to knock it round.
Recycle.
So exactly. So if you did not go with the tempo, so you go so boom and go with the heavy metal football, all right, them are going to do it too. But you see, once them grab it, them are going to go boom, kill the tempo and start knock it round. And then what that do? That show you out of the zone. You understand? Mona did well to me still. I'm not going to rule them out for tomorrow. But the thing is, I can't really see them do the same thing like what them do in the previous thing them before. Like when them score this, but them can't really do it because Craig never focused on the level of fitness when he should have been doing. You want to play this high intensity football thing, but on the side go, you have to have fitness. Me hear you mention it, you say Clarendon College, they may have played 3 and 2 matches in the same day. There was a reason why they may not do that, to build fitness. Everything is a system. And when you have a system, in order to make the system come out to the best of their ability, you have to remember this. Everything counts. Mona did a focus on this high intensity football, and I like how them play, yes. But the thing is, fitness is the key when they come on to heavy metal football, and that our kill them now. They are tired. You understand me? Look what JC has done now. All of JC top player, them are playing now. Teams that has been there before, they know what to do. Next year, I believe Mona will come bigger and better because now Craig will sit down and look into it and say, wow, this was the mistake I made. Other teams were doing this. The regular season team, I should say, were doing this. You understand? Now, look at it now. I have to do the same thing. And it's a learning lesson for everybody, especially for him in the team. You understand? So him eager go down for a minute. You understand? Tops off to Mona, I respect them as a team. They made history. You understand me? Because to get to them kind of them level at the business end of the competition, it hard for them. Because you have top teams. Even if you look on the Haile Selassie team, you have good teams that drop out. You understand me? You have very good teams. But as I say, the teams were there before, them know what to do. And you have a lot of coaches were used to the level here. As in like them used to this aspect of the competition. So when they reach them thing here, them the business end, them already know what to expect. Them know alright, know when we start to really use the best of my players. You understand me? Craig never either do this whole heap of rotation and that kill him. Him team tired. And you can see it, MG, everybody can see it. Once it reaches 60 minutes, you say it constantly, and nobody now pick up on that. They got very, very tired because them can't manage the intensity. You know, when me watch the CC and the CC match and the Mona match, when the man them in the line, I say it in the chat the other day, when the man them stand up in the line, you know, the CC man, them all, especially the number 8 and one next one. You know, the man them actually laugh, and I start to laugh, you know, because me I say, you see, them know them are going to win this match already, you know, because why? Them know Simona tired. Them know, because them just don't play KC. You just don't play KC. I know you're going to play CC. If not the best schoolboy football team right now in Jamaica. Whether or not them lose.
But you have to remember, CC just play like, you know, You know, me tell people, and a lot of people don't believe me. That game when CC play against Mona, they didn't play that as hard as what they did when they were playing against Dintil.
Yes.
They played against Dintil. You know the good thing about it, both teams are on Sportsmax. Go and rewatch them. CC played at a higher intensity than that they did against Mona. No.
Yeah.
First thing, Mona is not unfit. The problem is this. Mona,
the Ben
team, did not get sufficient rest throughout the season. There was no proper player management. It was the same players playing from the start of the season, and 1 and 2 rotations come right up to the
MG, quick question on the same topic, the MG. Me did want to ask you earlier in the season to do an investigation for me. Because every time I watch a Mona game, I look on their bench and I look at the opposition bench, and I can physically see a lot more players on the opposition bench versus their bench. And I'm wondering if they have a full complement of players, the maximum amount of players.
I do think they have. I do think they have.
I don't know why every time I see their bench, it look physically less amount of players than the other team. And me always hear fans a comment when I watch them say, boy, them bench thin, man, them bench thin. Because you see a little bit of players on the bench. I don't know if you ever noticed.
We have Unseen with us. Unseen. What going on, my bro?
Yeah,
we
I
haven't
agree.
seen it.
There are more technical staff and more on a bench than players.
Yeah, I look back, MG. If you get a chance, go back and watch the game them and look at the bench and count the bench players them and more.
Yeah, for sure, because even I was at a few games. I've seen a few games of them, and the bench seemed thin, just a bit thin. Not sure why. I'm not sure if it's a deliberate thing or anything like that. I'm really not sure. But if you'd realize that that they have the same team playing right through the entirety of the competition. Zane Pinnock and the whole them Peralta play almost every game. It could be that it's squad thin. But the problem is you cannot play that high intensity for so long. You know, no matter how fit you be, you know gonna be when time to buck up on a team that is significantly fitter than Huno, that can play a possession-based football way better than Huno, or you will be in problem. You are going to be in problem. And since they want defending team, so some of you send the link. I drop the link unseen, so you can jump on from there. Come defend the team.
You see MG. MG, no for cut you, but you see the same thing me I say, because you know them burn out. And that may I tell you, You see, how you win a league, right? You can't win a league without the key word, what? Rotation. There is no way to win a league without Clap, Pep, everybody know that. Them say it out of them.
You know the thing about it? You see, JC, in the first round, JC all
best at that.
JC all play Colts player.
Exactly. It's a thing where the coach them know that.
Unseen. You have some music in the background, Unseen.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
Yeah. Unseen. Since you're here with us now, you know, I'm kind of sure you're listening. We haven't heard from you from a while now. And we'd love to get your thoughts on the game. Because remember you said that based off the intensity of what Mona press, you can't see CC passing the ball around like they normally do for the full 90 minutes, and you see them breaking down at some point in time. What are your thoughts on that game, Unseen? Unless then we're just going to roll coming back to now.
Well, no, pick up for Mona, you know. I think Craig Butler, you know, made a blunder in terms of not understanding that other coaches can coach the game and other teams, other schools have proper system. And I think understanding that would have, you know, made him go in the game with a more defensive structure. And I think the goalkeeper also made some serious blunder that really, you know, it's hard to recover from blunders like that. You understand me? It's very, very hard to bounce back from blunders like that, military. Mm-hmm. But, you know, one of the things that I mark Mona eye for is for really, you know, trying tactics that could get them back in the game, and you see them do it and they got a goal. They tried again. It did the work. It ended up that on the momentum, CC got a goal, and I don't blame them. I don't feel when CC scored the goal, I clapped and I said, you know, CC scored again on us, but we tried to get a goal. Enough people look at it that, you know, CC pick us apart, but if you look at where the ball break down from, we're trying to go forward to score, and they cut us at the transition. No, if Mona sit down and did not attack and did not try to score, or did not try to penetrate this or try to switch the system or you know, change the style of play, that time I would say that Mona can't do anything, and Mona is coward or whatever. Mm-hmm. If they're under two, they try to step up their game, and they can see them make tweaks and stuff, and they got a goal. It was 2-1. Mm-hmm. You understand me? And it goes to say that, you know, no team can stop Mona from score. You understand me? No team can stop Mona from score. They're going to create chance. They're going to score. But when they make such big blunder as a goalkeeper, I'm telling you, I'm a goalkeeper. I remember I allowed 2 goals, allowed a goal score like fly through my hand, playing St. Mary's College at Golden Spring. And my tell you say it really dropped the players in outfield. So understand that part of the football.
My question to you now, Unseen, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that Mona was outplayed by CC?
No, Mona was outplayed. 15 to 20 minutes of the game, Mona had the better chances.
Better chances?
You know?
All right, so you want me to show the stats for the game? You want to hear the stats for the game?
Sportsmark stats, right?
Yeah, man.
Your stats. Okay.
All right, so these are the stats. Mm. Ball possession 62%, Clarendon College 38%. Do you think that is right?
Huh?
Ball possession 62%, CC 38%, Mona. You think that is right?
Based on how Sportsmark work it out, it can be right.
Based on the eye test, what do you think?
I don't know what they use.
No, based on the eye test, what do you think?
At the moment, I don't know what they use, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, fine. Sportsmark no use no. They just assumption. Based on the eye test, do you think that these statistics are close?
I think it's closer. You know, not 60 to 30. I think.
You think it's closer?
I think it's around. You know, that'll be 57 to what? 43. Yeah.
You think it's 57 to 43?
Yeah, somewhere there.
That's
close.
Basically even, you know.
No, sir, that's not even.
57-43 is basically even, my brother.
No, you can't say basically even. Then the number is far away. Even is 50-50.
Oh, okay.
They're far away, MG.
That's
Okay.
far away. I don't understand your mathematics.
Yeah.
All right.
14 points different. 14 points difference.
All right.
But 30.
So let me show you. Let me show you why. Let me show you why
not.
in the football sense it is closer. 68% possession, basically saying that you have made roughly in the region of 500 passes. 38% possession, we said roughly in the region of 100 and almost in the region of 200 passes. Now, from the eye test, me I go ask everybody on the panel now. Nicholas, from the eye test, you think that it was closer than the stats that Sportsmax put up? 62% to 30%. You think that is in the fair region based off the eye test what you saw?
Honestly, based on eye test, I watch the game, would I feel it is closer than that.
Mm-hmm. In what region? Give me a figure.
For CC. Would I say 58 CC.
58 CC.
42. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, as I said, the first 15 to 20 minutes.
Too much noise in the background.
Yeah, so nice. Anthony, lock off the background there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I say, based on the game, we see like the first 15 to 20 minutes, either have Mona had some possession and they create some chances. You know what I mean? And they have some possession here about, but the passing of the ball, would I believe that's how Sportsmax would calculate their possession.
Let me tell you how they calculate possession. How possession is calculated in football. The amount of passes that were made in comparison to the opponent. So if 500 passes are made in the game,
completed passes,
yeah. How many passes?
Completed passes, right?
No. I think a completed passes. Is completed passes? No, I think it's attempted passing and completed passes combined. Okay. Because remember, you can have me. I can have the ball, right? And me have the ball for like a couple seconds. We'll play ball around a couple seconds and then knock it. For me personally, I think it's in the region of 60-40. I think it's in the region of that. I think it's actually close. Being at the stadium, you could hear the fans saying, "Ole, ole." That's so often. At one point, CC made roughly 14 to 15 passes before they
I think it's correct, MG.
I don't say
Shane, man, you want load feedback in there something there. Listen.
And me, MG, I can't me.
I hear, man.
I hear one. 60-40 MG.
Because if CC, remember me tell you, I don't know how them do it, I don't know. But I know Lenny just come like a genius, but
alright,
it's
so
like
unseen. Let's get we don't move from unseen it,
Oh, alright.
So unseen. No, my question to you. You think that Mona created sufficient chances to throw the game to bed, right? Or to get the game done, or to win the game?
I recognize now background, but we talk fast still. People in the comment section, MG asked me about Mona. He never asked me about CC, so I know how me forgive CC credit and I didn't ask about CC. When I asked about Mona, because of Mona me pick. So you have to understand the question, understand what you ask. When the police ask you a question, you answer the question to whom ask you, go around and go and talk and that up. You look like an idiot. Understand me? And now therefore just relax, man.
All right.
Anyway.
So there's more things we have to discuss in Unseen, man. It look nice what you have in your background, man. Just because I think she never have feedback. Unseen. Remember when I said that I was speaking to you and we said in regards to the pressing system that Mona won't be able to press CC for the full 90 minutes because they won't be fit enough to press at that intensity for the full 90 minutes. Do you remember that?
As me say, the game has a whole heap of different scenario. Mm-hmm. Some of the scenario them were created and some of the things that were happening at the game, it really messed up. And when two goals like that score upon you when you're using a system like...
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right for you to blame those two goals.
Why?
All right.
Remember say goals win match in the military.
Agree.
That's a fact, you know.
Agree. I agree.
But what now?
What I'm saying
That's the most important facet of the game.
Yeah, and I agree. How much the game was at halftime?
You know me
At
always
halftime,
hear.
how much the game was that?
No, you know what you always talk about? Possession.
No, man. Let me show you something. I'm going to look at football, right? In this game, CC created significantly more goal scoring opportunities. In this game, CC had vast amount of possession of the ball. In this game, CC literally outplayed the Mona system. In this same game, Mona players were going down after 65 minutes because of fatigue. Those are some of the things that you won't even see on TV. That is the reason I'm coming back to you in the unseen. And I'm saying, when we look in context on the game.
Hold on. I can answer that, you know.
Yeah, man. Run it, man. Yeah, man. Are you?
All right. As a fitness coach, all right. You see when you're under tool up, and you have a mindset that you want to win the game, you want to get back in the game, you push your body more. So you're going to burn stamina, you're going to burn energy faster. You understand me? Your body are going on a different threshold. You get where I come from? I'm going on the science. People don't understand. I'm going to eat at this to football. You're going on a different threshold, brother. So anything is possible with the youth then. And remember, the youth them are young youth. The youth them muscle. They develop like some of the men we have played Premier League football now. You get where I come from? So it's a possibility that them going to get muscle contract, them going to get certain things going to happen to them. Because they might put out more effort than CC. Because they want to get back into the game. A common sense that.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you something now. I watch a game, JC versus STATHS. I think the game was 0-0 at after. I think it was 1-0. STATHS score one. JC scored 1 goal. I'm not sure 1 minute JC scored a goal.
I think I did 0-0.
0-0 at halftime, yeah. Right? Yeah. JC scored 1 goal. Now, when you look at this, based on the quality that JC have, 2 equal team. I said JC and STATHS are 2 equal team. Do you think because STATHS are 1-0 down and the goalkeeper concede 1 goal from way out, the goalkeeper get flustered and the team just start concede up a goal? You think say on 60 minutes, 65 minutes, the STATHS players start drop on the ground because of fatigue and flash out leg? No, that never happened. The STATHS players run and they work and they stick to their game plan, they stick to their structure, they stick to their organized pressing. Up until the final whistle blew, not one of those players went on the ground due to fitness or fatigue. Not one. Players coming off, players getting substituted, they didn't want to come off because they're so eager to get back into the game. But they did not move away from the structure and the system and how organized they were. So how would you evaluate that performance or a team like STATHS? Because remember, you said Mona better than STATHS. Remember, you said that against a JC team. So how would you evaluate that?
Every player is different, you know. Every player have a different energy system or energy level. But the first thing you have to understand, everybody have a different threshold them can go in terms of fitness. You understand me, I say? And when you look at Mona team, Mona has a lot of players with a lot of ailments. Yeah, Zane Pinnock is not that 100. You look at him, he's very bandage up heavily. Not picking up for anything or that. One of the biggest problem Mona is facing is bench. And everybody know that. You understand me, I say? But you have to give him, you can't say, yo, CC, that beat Batter Bruce, Mona. You can't say that.
Who said that?
You understand me, I say?
Who can't say that? Nobody said that.
CC outplayed
CC outplayed Mona. They never battered them.
CC won the game. They won the game and they did well. They played to their system. They never back from their system.
No, but they outplayed. May I ask you a question? Did CC outplayed Dintil?
What do you mean, man?
Oh, so CC can outplay Dintil, but they can't outplay Mona.
Huh?
CC can outplay Dintil, but CC cannot outplay Mona.
We never said CC cannot outplay Mona, but they did not outplay Mona.
Let me tell you something unseen. CC actually played harder against Dintil than that they played against Mona.
No, sir.
Were you at the game?
No, sir.
I wanted to rewatch the game.
Me not for the game. Watch the game,
wanted
brother.
to rewatch the game.
Brother, a baby can see what Dintil come with and know say yo.
Okay, so hold on. So when Dintil concede 3 penalties now, don't you think that's hard to take from the players and it's difficult for them to come back?
One man have to target in a Dintil game and you win.
Me ask that question. You see, no, unseen. Me uncover your biasness.
Listen to me now. It's not no biasness. This is what I say.
Unseen. CC beat Dintil with 3 penalties.
In the game versus Dintil, right? Mm-hmm. You just need to use one tactic. Target storage. Mm-hmm. Game done. Argument done.
Okay. So my question to you now is this. When you concede 3 penalties, how easy is that to come back from? You lose all your goalkeeper playing with 10 man from about 60 minutes. How you come back from that unseen? Explain that to me.
Somebody read some of the
no man, I read some of the me I read man and I comment.
Sometimes I remember what you said. We repeat that.
Alright. How do a team come back from 3 penalties and 10 man down from 65 minutes in the game?
No, but that go down to technical difficulty of the player. Okay. That's the outfield player, the technical difficulty. You get me answer?
Remember
you say I'm one of the best defender, bro. In the league, and he have a big problem, Can't use
how we go to one player want to talk about team?
No,
team want to talk about nonsense.
Well, no, man. Mm-hmm. No, but you can't use that. You have to talk about the player individual quality.
No, man. No. Remember, I know one player on CC beat, and I know one player on CC beat Mona, and it's not one player on Mona lose the game, Remember that, So I know one player on Dintil lose the game as well. I know one player on CC beat Dintil.
But a one player give a 2 penalty, brother.
In the same sense, even if one player give a 2 penalty, but I know him alone did a play.
And a goalkeeper give a penalty.
But I know him, as I'm saying, remember what I'm saying, my boss. CC played against Dintil. Dintil had 10 man from 65 minutes. Dintil conceded 3 penalties. Mo got away now to another game where the team conceded 3 open goals. Goals from open play.
Yeah, but you still gonna make me repeat but my point them over and over again.
Tell me your point.
So here we go on now. Me understand that CC played to their system. They got opportunities, they take the opportunities, and they score with the help of the goal.
Do you know that the game could have done finish more?
Well, yes, the game could have done more, but it never done more, right?
Good. So remember, CC hit the bar about twice.
So watch this now. Why CC got so many opportunities in the last part is because Mona have to press because they have a mentality where them coach.
No, but they were tired.
Fight.
Until they were tired.
Now, let me ask you a question now. If Mona did sit back, right? Don't attack and play defensive football, right? Mm-hmm. Sit back, drop about 5-6 man round there and try to protect the score line. Mm-hmm. What does say about Mona now?
If what would I say about Mona?
What would I say about Mona now in the comments?
But remember now, Unseen.
What would I say about the coach now?
I would say that he's trying something different as well. Because at 60 minutes, you can see that evidently the team was tired. So if I see him make even 2 changes, put on 2 defender and put on 2 first striker, put 4 or 5 players in the back line and put the 2 first striker them out wide and punch the ball along to them each time they receive the ball, I would say that, hey, we'll sit back and play some counter.
But that him from man, he might lick them long, right? But you are the problem now.
No,
the back line play high.
You just said
the back line go high.
You just said see Mona was playing. Alright, remember saying no, me ask about
Listen what me I say.
Alright, me hear.
The man lick the ball long, then the back line step high.
Mm-hmm. No, but you don't need to step high.
You always have space.
No, but you don't need the back line to step high.
No, but the same play. He might play a long ball, he go long ball, but the back line step up.
Alright.
Squeeze.
Let's say a same play.
See.
Alright.
Same change it. You know what you game? I say man change it.
Well, I know. Listen to me now.
And I same get the goal.
Well, I know. Listen to me now. You remember before in the preview, and I said to you, in the event, CC come to play some football, put the ball on the ground, and play the ball around. How you think Mona will cope pressing? If you think Mona can press for the entire 90 minutes, you said that CC won't be able to pass the ball around out of that press that Mona have in regards to, you said Mona is the best pressing team and you said Mona is the fittest team. That's what you said, So listen to this now. In a situation like that, basically, the fittest team and the team that is best pressed team most definitely should have turned over that passing team there. Because CC built from the back. And you press a team that is building from the back, more than likely the turnover will be closer to the goal. Wrong or right?
Listen me I say.
Yeah.
Yes, when you lose, it's hard for you try to have look at points where you lose, because people don't agree where you lose because you lose. I mean, you lose the game. No, Mona lose the game. And why Mona lose the game? I tell you already. You know, have no depth in the team. You know, have
depth. We're going to depth.
Depth in the team, I want. The city don't agree. You know, depth in the team. Everybody must know that. You know, the depth in the team. You get where I come from? Then him play a team and play. I went play the same two-back system.
Yeah, same two-back system.
Right, two-back system. No, that was wrong. Him shot the man play a 4-3-3 something I play.
Yeah.
That sound bad.
Alright, me there, man. Me there now. When I hear me?
Yeah, I know.
You them I get to travel.
With their people, with their, yeah, man. Top two teams from Trinidad, top two teams from Jamaica. The Casa Cup team and Manning Cup team. Manning Cup champions, the Casa Cup champions.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so
CC win that.
But people jump out, but as I say, I say go. But all I'm saying is this, right? All I'm putting forward is this, right? I do believe that CC outplayed Mona. I do believe so. People are saying so and gone. Alright, so me good now. Hopefully me good now. People let me know if me good. I do believe that CC outplayed Mona. I'm not trying to discredit Mona, none at all, not one bit, because Mona have a very, very good team. Without a doubt, them have a good team and quality players, tremendous quality players. But on the day, it was
somebody have a background in the microphone. So somebody turn them TV or something, please. Background noise, me here with somebody.
All right. Yeah, man. All right. Sort out. Nonetheless, I'm saying that what I'm seeing on the day, CC was definitely the better team, and I mentioned it and I said it. I said it to Unseen that CC was the best team. Football team in the youth SBF team in Jamaica. Probably Unseen never really like when I said that. But Unseen, you agree with that? You still agree with that? Unseen gone? Gone.
No, me there, man. Me not gone. Unseen never run.
Yeah, I mean, I say you still agree with that? CC is the best schoolboy football team.
No, listen now. This is where I'm going to CC credit. CC have a system from youth level, from the school come right up, from under 14 come right up, and they have a great system where one of the man them forget credit as Sammy. Sammy are the man who develop most of them youth, and one next man named Robinson run a CC. See me? The man one of the man who develop somebody with them I call them name Douglas, Malachi Douglas.
Yeah.
Most of them man they take them and teach them how to play football and dribble with the ball, run with the ball and foot and them things. Because them come from me and them man they're close at the coaching world. No people don't really know because I don't really talk. But as I said, Sammy and them man most of the work where I do, assist him how he want them to play on the field. But majority of the work is done before. You understand? And if you check stats when in the team, if Sammy is not there and don't perform good. How come we move on from that? So just shed some light on that. No. The CC.
Hey, the rapid throw punches,
Yeah, man. No, man, he might do well because not every coach can do that facet there of the game.
I hear you, man.
But say you have to work with somebody where compliment you.
True.
You get where I come from, if you work with somebody who compliment you.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to give credit where credit's due. And that is some mistake.
But remember, I try to draw it back to when I say I'm one of the best schoolboy football team in Jamaica. Remember you said that, you know? Remember you said I'm one of the best team in the Manning Cup and the Casa Cup combined.
You see me? So, what I say now is that CC play attractive football. Them football look nice. So they move the ball around. Them break the lines. Them dribble past people because them skill. Them attacking going forward. So all the facets of the game, they are doing well. You understand me? So basically now beating Mona, they are the better team. So they are the team to you know, if can CC get beaten playing this system? Of course. You get where I come from? But I don't want people say if when CC lose or if CC lose, it's because they've never played a ball. You get where I come from? Want people say CC try their best. But you know, other team pick them system. Which me think with individual quality, a KC can beat them. With the individual quality waiting them to have. Whisper can tear any one of them defender with them up and score a 1 goal and them defend it and win. Not true.
Of course, yeah, of course. Any team, it's at this stage. This is a business stage. Any team can beat any team. What normally prevail are the teams that are more organized, the teams that have more structure, and the teams that are vastly more consistent. They are the more likely team to win the competition. The more likely. Not saying that it will happen.
But you have to always understand, say, you know, the CC team is very technical. Everybody will play off of the bench have quality. Everyone the youth them have quality. And them understand what them to do when they go up on the field. Them know what to do when they go on the field. You get where I come from? And the conditions suit them. You understand me? So CC is a quality team. We can't take that away from them. You understand me? But Mona is a quality team also. But Mona don't have the depth like a CC because of certain reasons. Maybe arrogance by the coaching staff not getting more players in. You know, wanted to blame Issa for the rules that they set or whatever. I don't know. It may affect them not. Get where I come from? But at the end of the day, with what Mona have and Mona is using, they are doing well. And you have to always remember, say, the ultimate goal for Craig Butler is not for not winning Manning Cup. He want to win Manning Cup, yes, because him say. But the ultimate goal of to carry down 10 scouts who can look on the ball of them.
But in your perspective, based off that performance versus CC, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah?
What do you think is gonna happen when you put on a performance like that against CC?
I want to tell you this. You just remember, you know. Scouts looking at individual players, and most of Craig Butler top players are not at Mona. They are in the academy.
But
you understand? Zane Pinnock is not a Phoenix player. Zane Pinnock is a real Mona player.
Yeah, I know that because I cover the major league.
You have to understand that.
All right, so those are the political part. I'm not really busy about the political part. We're talking about the footballing aspect. I'm not really follow up the political aspect. You may know. We're going to do some score predictions, people. We're going to jump on some score predictions. Now, close off the poll. So, who's going to win? Let me see the poll says who's going to win. JC 69%, Mona 30%, total of 156 persons voted. I'm going to jump as we close out the poll. So, David, I wanted to give you your score predictions for this game. Mona versus JC.
Mona versus JC.
And why? And why for your score predictions?
Alright, I don't know how good the JC team is. As I said, I never get to see them play, but based on what I hear everybody I say, including you, I hear them have rotation, which is and quality. And Mona have the same. So I would predict JC 2 and Mona 1. I have a feeling Mona might score. But it's going to be an interesting match. That's all I can say. That's hard. But more JC 2 Mona 1. Yeah.
40 Pigeon.
JC I gonna beat them 2-love. I see 2-love.
2-love. Mona Hale score.
Yeah. No, but listen now, Mona still tired, you know. You can tell after Clarendon college match. You see the man them beat out, so in order to get there for them get rest and them not a depth in them squad. So going to a JC match the same thing happen again. You understand? Unless Craig Butler put the man in some serious ice. You understand? So I just say JC I gonna beat them because JC can even take some man off of the bench and put them on. Mona not have that. But if 1 and 2 man injure on Mona side, they're gonna lose the game. And JC play for them play JC always have a man marker. It's a Zane Pinnock, a man that can sit on Zane Pinnock, because Zane Pinnock love run down the wing, you know. So man that can sit on him and him not have no ball or reach him. Because to me, him are the most lethal player. Him are the number 10. You understand? So me just know that JC are beat it. And the 10 too, man. The 10 can play him.
Yeah, me know say 10 rough. The 10 more distributing.
Yeah, more the ball in the middle. Yeah. You understand? But once the ball can with Zane, them are going to lose. So.
The 7 and Pinnock.
Alright, so 2 myself. To JC.
Mona 7 and Pinnock. Pinnock. Rough. David.
I predict a 3-1 for JC. As I say, Mona always find a way to score, but if Mona change the system, like allow JC and allow all that space for the wing back region, so I think JC can exploit that and get balls in the box and create some goals. So I say 3-1 JC.
Alright. Shane.
4-1 JC.
You're not going to reason behind that.
I don't explain everything already. Right now, the Mona team don't have enough defenders, and they are going to have to pull somebody from the top to go in defense. That going to weaken them front line, and that person was been playing up top all season, not used to the position back there, and they're going to just like what CC did. Just beat them up around there. So I just don't think they have enough. They're tired. The bench is not strong enough. I'm hoping they don't start bigger for their sake. Even though him can catch a one shot, him have a shot. But I hope they start the 13. Makes more sense to me. And keep bigger for the last 10 minutes. Like they've been doing for most of the season. But still, no matter what they do, I don't have much hope for them. Yeah.
All right. Unseen. Scoreline.
Everybody anticipate my scoreline. Everybody always put my scoreline. You know. Big up Nadia. Nadia, link me up on Instagram. Cause it seems like you want, conversation with me. But anyway, so 2-1, Mona,
2-1 Mona.
Yeah, man. 2-1.
Reason behind it.
Reason behind it. Mona is back against the wall. They're back against the wall. They lost 2 back-to-back games against 2 good teams. Watching a video today on This and That Sports, where the boys talking, that they really want to bounce back and win. It's going to come down to if these boys hungry. And we hear somebody else say, yo, them tired, them look like them. You know much thing I can do for recover, brother. And then look how much days gone from them places you see. If you watch them on Instagram, brother, the man in the water, the man in the ice, massage. Craig Butler have money, brother. Craig Butler have money, Anything what JC can do for them baller, we get them ready. Craig Butler can do it. I even do it better too. So the boy, him not an excuse. We not an excuse if the boy them look like lethargic on the field, because there are ways to get the youth them up and running and ready for the game. So we don't have an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Because them have massage therapy, you can carry them to a river, you can get them an ice bath, get them a lot of extra light, jelly water, and them type of thing there. You get where I come from?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no excuse if the boy them come out and look charge it. When there's no excuse of playing a player that has injured. So when them put on my boy, them I say Jesus Christ, rough one we know. But that's the biggest problem we have right now.
Buds make a comment and see. He said
Depth,
those are
variety.
physical recoveries, and he also said that the 2 losses back to back would have destroyed them mentally. Do you think that they need to do a mental recovery as well?
Yeah, and I think them have the people around them. Them have a couple scouts from the big league them overseas where most can get them to work or because them that the same house with the boy them there. So at the end of the day, I think those persons can play a big difference in talking to them and motivating them to go in the game. So I just think that Mona going to surprise everybody, and bounce back, and then now we're going to hear people going to say some different things. But 2-1, any team can win. JC is a quality team. JC is a good team. I just think Mona can beat them tomorrow. I mean, win, lose, or draw, Mona.
Well said. Can't look past that. For me personally, I think there's a lot of factors going into this game. Many factors. Remember, I can clearly remember just about a week ago, Butler said that he's highly anticipating. Well, he said, this is how he said, JC one whole. This is what he said blatantly. But the 2 back-to-back losses, I do think that he would have taken a toll on the team. And I'm not really sure how many teams can recover from that the mentality of that. The mental aspect is going to play a big part. Nevertheless, they do have the required personnel around them, as Unseen said, to get them going and kickstart them back for the new times. Unfortunately, I do believe that JC plays very, very similar to that of CC, and JC played the ball way slower to that of CC. Whereas I think there's going to be more turnovers in this game than that we have seen in CC game. The level of control that CC have, I don't think JC will have that level of control. Though the problem is this now. CC is not the type of team to go all out attack, just going for goal. No, they're not that type of team. One thing though, that's the difference with CC and JC. JC is going for the juggler from minute 1. CC will wait 15 minutes before them try to understand the team, play it around until the goal come. JC is not like that. JC will be going for the juggler from minute 1. That is how JC play. That's how they do. Now, nevertheless, I do think that can make the game a bit more open than a lot of people might expect, because as I said, JC is a bad possession team, but they knowing that they're playing against a very good counter press team, not only counter press but a good pressing team, good pressing unit. I do think that it's going to make game a lot more open than many people think. As stated, JC go for the kill way faster than CC. JC don't have the patience like CC, so I'm expecting quite a few goals in this game. I might say it's a 4-3. I'm going 4-3. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Where Mona will score and JC will also score. It's going to be a high-scoring game. So I'm going to go JC 4, Mona 3. And we'll see how it goes from that. From then. So, people. We have been here for over 2 hours. We're going to close off now. David, anything you want to say before we close off?
David. Go on, David.
David, yeah, man, David. David gone.
No, man, we're there, man. We just anticipate the games for tomorrow. Now, I really don't want to watch them, but I guess I hope I can come home tomorrow and see it. But you really expect Mona to come out, pressure JC in early, because, Butler and philosophy, I'm not really deviate from it. So you know Mona go and come out and try and get a 1 or 2 early goal and work from this. So hope so the match them entertaining. And the stats game, you see, have to just hope say stats no score 1 on them early.
Mm-hmm.
As if stats score 1 on them and decide say what we are precise and we are locked down the back, it's a rough on them. They could have whisper some more. Could have whisper shout do anything what they want to do. I think nothing will go on for them. Because that's
You know, now could tell them, I always say, I whisper alone, I play the ball game, and I'm tired to say that, you know,
No,
whisper.
man, we know that, man.
Sometimes whisper not even in the ball game. We can't tell you. I think they'll turn up. Them don't know when they have a turn up.
Yeah,
so, and I whisper alone. Other people
man,
can play the ball.
You have man like Shakes. You have man like Shakes that control the midfield. So
Military.
Yeah,
military.
You have Matty. You have Matty. You have one man up on the side.
Military in the game with Mona and Casey. Shakes look like he not even try on the field.
What's the Shakes did last?
Shakes last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shakes did last, bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we lost a game there.
Let me tell you this. Mattis can't play good on the field unless he have whisper on the field. That show me game against Central.
I same thing. I show that. I'm saying the real thought that me here say. Me say that to myself. But what may I explain is that the two of them work hand in hand. I remember you have some other on the field who can play just so don't watch Shakes alone. If Shakes have a bad day, somebody else can step in. That's what quality what KC have. Somebody else can step in. If Mattis play bad, somebody else can step in. So it's not only whisper alone. Everybody thinks that whisper alone is on the team. Now it's not whisper alone.
I feel like
whisper cannot play without those guys, no matter how good him is.
I feel like why whisper and play that start the game there because when we play a game with Phoenix against Mona. You know say Mona play one game for the scout them. People know them thing there before them plays. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we see it, man. Mona play against Phoenix.
So that's a
right?
I think we
started I used on the first excuse because nobody never tell him to play it.
Okay.
It's the bigger picture for him, which I understand.
Okay.
Who would that? Be a nice background. Anyway.
All right. We should open the reach though. All right. Team of the reach. Our Fortis Pigeon. What you have to say before we go?
Hold on there. May I say the match against Stats or that match against KC, may I anticipate that match. If them is a Fortis man, Stats are going to play defense. Me see that coming. If them score early, then probably want one out. But guess what now? We feel we're going to get them a 3-1 and we predict that coming. You understand? Feel we're going to score 3-1 against them. We just see it coming.
All right. David.
Yeah.
Anything before we go?
Well, I don't know. I can't see Casey and Stats much with a whole heap of goal. That's for sure. So, I predict, I'm a 40th man already. I predict a 1-0. Predict Casey win 1-0. But I can't see a bag of goal that much because Stats, trust me, Stats tough. This is something we know. So, and then again, too, with Casey have a few issues when I say the other day. Even with something there. Even with the match against Central. But to me still is a 1-0 still. So I'm going to go in favor of KC. As I said, JC and something a match. Mona match 2-1. Mona will score still, but JC are going. I tell you that.
All right. Shane.
Yeah, man. So really looking forward to tomorrow. Trust me, the 40th man them were up on the panel. If you remember 2017, one of the worst feelings ever to see a KC have a team like that, which I think is our best team in the last 30 years. And Jaden White single-handedly handed KC that defeat. Man stopped about 10,000 goals the match there. And trust me, I can't forget it. Still burn me. So I look forward for my team exact some revenge tomorrow, and that I predict KC 2-1. Any starts win, man, I tell them it not gonna feel good. Nah, like not gonna feel good at all. Especially because of them.
If Stats still me no feel no way, you know, because if
me I feel a way, man. Just because of the 2017 feeling, me I feel a way.
Yeah, but if them beat we, me say if them beat we, me would want them for go on and win Manning Cup. Be honest. Them me think me da want them. If them I think if them beat we, me can look for see them on JC I go finals. I believe that.
Yeah.
All right.
Expecting a really good game though. I'm expecting the talents, such a Leng, from KC, as you know, Whisper, Ashada, Gibbs, Kennedy, Mattis, we captain for sure. So I'm expecting a really good game. For the JC match, I just think it's going to be a beatdown. And JC will win handsomely and settle that quick and fast. So that's my take on tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Unseen.
You know, me share different mindset toward football still than other people. Yeah. People disagree with me, them say I'm delusional and thing, but that's me. But at the end of the day, I think Stats can beat this KC team. Why? It's because if you look back at last season, Stats scored two fast goals on them. Great play, understand? But the back line, fell short. They didn't have a good goalkeeper. He could kick the ball from 30 yards out and score. You understand me? But they couldn't stop Stats from scoring. And the same forward line is there at Stats. Only one person out, and because unfortunately, he lost in life. But his partner in crime is there. It's Omar Reed. And now they have this new player now named Satchel, where he's terrible. And then have Omar Leng, brother, is Omar Leng. It's quality also, understand? The backline look better. The goalkeeper look better than last season. Big Shepherd in at the goal. If you just look on the stats team overall, they just look better. They look better than last season. And them ready. They look like they might win a title this season. And the coach will do well. See me up on my TV with Portmore. And Portmore really play good. They are coming to them own now.
Yeah, they are going good now.
Yeah, man. So the coach really do something good. You know what the coach Watson said? Coach Williams is my friend. And make the better team win. He don't know what to say because he know Stats have something up them sleeve all the time. You understand me based on what them play. So I just think Stats are gonna pull off a 2-1 win like the under 16 when them beat KC with Whisper on the field, fresh from England, from the academy. Scoring on the Man City team that team here, coming back to play schoolboy football. And the Stats team beat them. So I'm going with Stats beating KC 2-1 and 2-1 for Mona also. What you say? Not changing. Not changing, people. We must get this one right.
Hey, is it funny? The boss give you a proper breakdown on how Stats are going to beat KC, Hey, you see that? Anyway, all right. So, anyone want to watch a match of morning? I get up early. I do a watch along for match of morning. I'm going to do a watch along for the match of morning. We know early still. But me have to... Argentina versus Saudi Arabia.
Wish we could have watched the match. Wish we could have watched the match, but boy, I have work to do now. Really accountant by profession, so I have to watch the numbers and then I go into the system. I can't miss out, you understand?
Okay, makes sense.
So...
All right.
Military.
Yeah.
May I do a show a morning, man?
Yeah, do one?
Yeah, man. It's schoolboy football.
Oh, what time?
My breakfast morning show was 9 o'clock.
Yeah, man. The match at 5.
Eh?
5 o'clock, I match,
No, man, I talk about waiting the schoolboy football.
Okay, what time?
9 o'clock, breakfast morning show.
All right.
I left the World Cup tour. I can't manage it.
Yeah, rough. That won't pass me. Anyways, all right. So remember say now, after this week the JPL done, and then schoolboy football does one more week and we're done, and then a straight World Cup go straight back. Anyways, people, in our comment section, #Big Boys Time. Glad to have you guys here. For me, tomorrow game is going to be very, very interesting. Both games are going to be interesting. I'm looking for...
What time game?
Huh?
What time game? Who play first?
4 p.m. The first game is 4 p.m. Still no notion I give them a play first. I assume that the Mona JC give them a play first. And then
you me find out them love. No, that's the wickedness. Them shall make Mona play last. No, Mona play first. That'll be.
Well, I said them did them things. I
put Casey all the while. Like yo, me say yo, Issa, nah, my brother.
I say go, man. I say go.
Issa,
Then turn on. I know why. When them do them foolishness, then turn on. I want. See the. Can they call now? Oh, see, Issa do a press release now. They do a press release. Alright, so let me read the press release, people. Alright.
Where's the one?
This is a press release, eh? On their Facebook page. I assume it's their Facebook page. So this is me glad tell them have to come out country because people are bash them. Well, me I bash them too. Why not? Alright, let me see.
So reading the MG when I read it.
May I bring it up, man? May I bring it up? May I get it to bring it up? Oh, hold on. So just put it in them.
Until me I've got search for you, man, and follow you, man.
Save image. Alright. Alright, so I go read it now, people. I'll try to get it to bring it up. Alright, press release. Me no see it? I forgot to say something now I can't see it, so I'm going to zoom in. Alright, so I assume that any can see it. So for the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association wishes to bring clarity to the recent discussion regarding the pairings for the 2022 ISA Water Champions Cup semifinals. As is customary, ISA publishes its matchup for various stages of its competition as agreed by its competitions committee prior to the start of each competition, excepting where there is to be a random draw. In the case of the Champions Cup, the semi-finals pairings was first published in its 2022 SBF handbook and later circulated prior to the draw on November 16. The published pairing clearly indicates that the winner of match 1 plays the winners of match 4. The winners of match 2 plays the winners of match 3 in the semi-finals. As per Champions Cup draw, the matches were drawn as follows. Match 1, Clarendon College versus Mona. Match 2, JC versus Mannings. Match 3, Manchester High versus Stats. Match 4, KC versus Central. And according to what them say, match 1 would play match 4. So match 1 would have been KC Mona, CC Mona, and match 4 KC Central. As per all the above, ISA today publishes semi-final appearance for Saturday semi-finals of the 2022 Champions Cup. The pairing as established from August 24 now read: Clarendon College winner of match 1 versus Kingston College winner of match 4. JC winner of match 2 versus Stats winner of match 3. Kindly note that the matchups are pairing for all remaining matches in the various SBF competitions were published and shared with all participating schools on Thursday, November the 3rd, 2022. So that is what they're saying. So when we look at this now, so they're basically saying that they know the matchup before the live draw.
The semi-final matchup, they're saying.
Yes, so they're saying that they know what the structure should be from the semi-final matchup.
So my thing is on the draw, on the day of the draw on the television. Why? Because the schools would have probably had that handbook and know this, but
everyone have the handbook.
The general population, I'm saying though, on the day of the draw on television, why they never mention this to the general population? That's my my thing. So to prevent this uproar then.
Mm-hmm.
No, you couldn't just communicate that to say, all right, after this round, this is what will happen. This is match 1, this is match 2, this is match 3, this is match 4. This is what will happen after this round has concluded to the general population on the day of the draw on live television. Because me not have no handbook, and most people don't have a handbook. You get what I'm saying?
I don't have a handbook. So hold on. So why purpose to have a handbook if you're not going to use it then?
No, but they must say it's in the handbook that they were going to do that.
Yeah, but why have a draw without the consideration of the handbook?
No man. Yeah, I think you misunderstand MG. What they're saying is that they are going to do a draw initially and play those games. But then thereafter, for the next round, they are going to say they are going to do what you just read.
All right,
and that's what's in the handbook.
Well, let me read the part there. Kindly know that the matchup/appearance for all remaining matches in the various SBF commission were published and shared with all. No, well, that all time. Let me try if we can understand what you are saying.
It's the semifinals they matter about.
As per all the above, ISA today published the semifinal appearance for Saturday's semifinals. The appearances are as established from August 24. Now read. All right. I can move away from that. Because I know me not get this way just a while ago.
I am clear. I am very clear. What they're saying is that's how the semifinals would pan out to be after the draw for the quarterfinals.
But what I'm saying, remember, at the draw, there was a structured table, a structured format. At the draw, the live draw.
A table. The table.
All right, let me show you.
They made that blunder then.
Let me show
you.
Man,
them did have a bracket, man. And the bracket
let me show you, man. Let me show you what I'm talking
about. That's a big blunder then. If they posted a bracket on the day of the draw, and it's contradicting with what's in the handbook, so they make a blunder there. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so let me. May I try say me can find it. I'm gonna show you the bracket where it's concerned. Let me see if we can find the bracket where it's good. This is it. Y'all see it now? You guys are seeing the cursor, right? This is the bracket. Clarendon College, Mona on one side, which is also slated on the bracket, Manchester versus STATHS. So, how the bracket set up, this is how the bracket set up. Whoever win between Clarendon and Mona should play the winner for Manchester and STATHS. Whoever win the game, the JC versus Manning's game, should play KC, who win the game versus KC versus Central. That is how the bracket set up. That's how the bracket set up, Shane.
So yeah, man. So either they made a mistake with this bracket on this day, or somebody just trying to play around and scheme. So it's either A or B. Either it's a genuine mistake with the bracket, and whoever formed this bracket didn't remember that was in the handbook, or
so much people,
or it's scheming. That's all I have to say.
We're talking about an entire production company now. We're talking about an organization with ISA.
I know me think I want a genuine mistake for real. Because that bracket has the 2 seeded Manning Cup teams and the 2 seeded D Cup teams on the same side. The original bracket where you have, you see it?
Yeah, man, no, that's how them set up it.
So that's why I would probably believe it's a mistake. Because why you have the seeded team from 2 seeded teams from D Cup, Clarendon and Manchester. Because they win them 2 games.
Question to you folks. You think so that any of the score lines kinda make this all uproar come out? If the score lines
repeat the question.
If the score lines, if the final score lines in the quarterfinals would have went the other way, would you think that there would be an uproar on that?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because you have the KC JC matchup, and they really want that be a final in a 2-town school, final in a town. That's a them dream final. So if one of them team they drop out now, they would really have a issue, in my opinion.
Okay, so if KC did drop out, or if JC did drop out, there would be any issue.
Against someone. Yeah, me no feel they have a issue. But I think that they started facing a lot of backlash.
Oh, so both teams don't want to face each other then. That I guess are somebody just don't want to work with what's there.
Probably because the truth is them school are the power team them, you know.
No, but the whole idea behind Champions Cup is to have the best of rural versus the best of urban. That's the entire idea, you know. Mm-hmm. So I don't see if that is the idea why they would want a KC-GC matchup for the finals. I don't really see that because that would defeat the idea.
And how it's structured that way there, as we had just said, the best of the rural versus the best of the urban. Or it's structured like this right now, you would have to get it.
Yeah, so, which is
exactly. But look on this now. Let me show you this now, right? If Mona defeated Clarendon, Manny's defeated JC, Manchester defeated Stats, Central defeated KC, you'd have an all-the Casa Cup Champions Cup semifinals. Where would be the problem then? Would they restructure it? Would it even make sense restructuring it? Because at some point in time, these teams will face each other to play in the finals. At some point in time, if KC don't play JC in the semifinals, and KC go over next side and win, KC and JC go play in the finals. So is that case in which they prefer a certain teams play against certain teams at a certain part of the competition?
I'm going to say this, MG, me say, it's either two things. It's either option A or B. Option A is, as they say, it's in the handbook. Somebody blundered on the day and put this bracket on the screen. And then somebody leak out and say, but it's in this way having the handbook, so Ray. So they had to correct it because it's written down in law, so to speak. So they had to fix it. That is option A. But option B is the one that we're hoping it's not, which is scheming. Something in a something. Somebody had tried to fix something. Right? So, yeah. So it's either option A or B. I am more on the side now that I've seen this thing that you read. Mm-hmm. I'm more on the side of option A, where somebody blundered on the day and put this bracket on the screen, right? And didn't realize that there was something already in the handbook prior, and then now and now based on how the thing end up now, a school principal leak out and say, yo, but you have this in the handbook or you not follow it. Mm-hmm. And so I just think probably an option A, why they had to just change it back to how they have it written in law.
Oh, okay. I know a funny thing about it. Last season, you know what happened the last season competition? All the Casa Cup final. Enough people don't remember that.
Yeah, man.
CC beat JC. CC beat KC. But
I know that they made most of that them because the truth is, you know, I think the organizers, they really want to have a all-Manning Cup final. I say I go pull the town crowd.
But why?
No, I honestly not think that. That wouldn't defeat the purpose of the competition.
That's just my view.
Ball game still, you know, and to me, I could say option A, yeah, man. But ball game, at some point, the team them have to meet. So, I just ball game. It's not like, say, something we're going to take to death. That's just ball game. So, I could say they make a mistake.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that was talk about, because imagine say they have a Manchester man in to make final for Champions Cup.
that means if that happens, no, that means they would have definitely deserve to be there, because it means the man is to beat JC, man is to beat KC or Central for the finals, and Manchester that beat Stats or Manchester that also beat Mona or CC. So now they deserve to be there. So whoever end up in the final, no matter what we think or who we deserve to be there.
No, man, I say. Yeah, man, I deserve to be there. But I talk about like from the side of this spectator support and things. Because if you have once you have a KC in a final, you get the strength. You get the support.
You think that the stadium wouldn't full?
Me not think you'll get the strength you'll get if you have, like, as if you have a KC.
Something.
A KC
Right now, Clarendon College carry as much crowd as KC, man. Tell her that.
Shane, you did the stadium out there?
You know this, we never say Clarendon.
You did the stadium out there?
I saw by in a year, man.
More CC fans than KC fans.
Exactly. So that's why I say I don't think they really want a two-town school in the finals. I think that is against the principle of the Champions Cup in itself. Mm-hmm. I really think they want the best of rural versus the best of Kingston. Have the whole the rural people them drive down in a bus to come out town and the whole of town people them there. I think that's what them really want it.
Let me tell you something what we know about football. Manning Cup finals are play. The Casa Cup finals are play. People are going to go there. It no matter where they, people are going to go there. Jamaica are going to turn out for see the game. If they play in a national stadium are going to pack same way. If they play a stadium east are going to pack same way. Because why? A big football match and people are, no matter who I play. If Manchester play finals at Stadium East, better believe it. Even the avid football fan are going to go watch it because why? Finals. Everybody here term finals. People are going to go there to see it. People, listen, schoolboy football bring more fans than Jamaica Premier League. And Jamaica Premier League can pack anyone in stadium them. So you don't think that schoolboy football are going to pack it? Where you have more people who have feelings towards the team.
No, MG. May I be honest with you? Mm-hmm. May I be honest with you, MG? MG, I hear me? Mm-hmm. I agree with you on the point that schoolboy football carry more crowd than the Premier League, right? Mm-hmm. But I was in the stadium for 2018 Manning Cup final, St. George's versus KC. Mm-hmm. And stadium was only 1/3 capacity. I think it's most of the grandstand that they use and probably 1 and 2 person dispersed in the rest of the stadium. It was not packed at all. So it doesn't mean
whose
that.
Side do you think it should be on?
The issue, I just think is the Jamaican fans really. That's the side I would say it's on. I just think it was just the tone. The town people, the fans of the school, did show up. You remember I mentioned a point the other day. When Flodo was sponsoring Champions Cup initially for the first couple of years. That's the first I see. Boy, so much people turn out for
you know why?
Thing like that.
You know why?
The marketing, man.
Exactly.
The marketing.
All right, so let me show you something. Let me show you something, Shane. For me, I'm gonna find out it clear. I didn't get any pass to go to the game. And basically, this is exactly what they said to me. I don't have enough reach. That's what they said to me. I don't have enough reach.
But me says this or that on the field over there.
Other media outlets get them pass. But them tell me.
But me know the amount of followers you have, and me know the amount of followers some other people have, and you have more than some people me see out there. I'm just saying. So me never really understand what happened.
All right. You see, the thing is, one time I would publicly call out discrepancies. People in certain position do not like that. They don't like when time people call them or hold them accountable for when they're not doing things right. I went to JPL finals and me go to finals, me see Mr. Speed, me see the president, me see the Gensec. And they don't say nothing. They don't hold no bad grudge. They don't hold nothing. We chat to them and they don't hold no grudge or anything like that. Because over the years of what we're doing, they would have come to understand that despite they might not agree to what we are saying, we play a big role in the production of football in Jamaica. A big role. What I'm doing in regards to schoolboy football, I do believe I contribute. I'm not going to say I'm me alone. I do believe that everybody has contributed, everyone will contribute, and I do believe that what we do, it contributes to the vibes, to the feeling of the competition, to the excitement of the competition, to the idea that people want to be a part of the competition. And I felt that way when him tell me, say, me not gonna reach. I felt that, really feel that way. I said, that's really...
In all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
As a countryman, a channel like you make me start getting involved in a Manning Cup, you know, and start trying to be familiar with the players and everything, man.
But not even Manning Cup alone, they have other people who start follow the local Premier League because of what I do. The local Premier League, the schoolboy football league, even as simple as the tier 2 were going on there. A lot of people don't even know about it, a lot of people didn't hear about it. And me bring certain vibes towards it. And a lot of people gain interest in it. So it's not only me, but everything that we do, the traditional media. Let me tell you something. TVJ, CVM, they go on match. Now go blame them for them do. Years them do it. They go on match. Video the highlights. When they watch a CVM, they call us, say this is somebody score, that the person score, and then show a goal. And then what? It done this, so. You never business about it again. What we do, we build an interactive platform where people from right across the world, people who never come back to Jamaica for years, people who want to feel a part of what they were, ex-footballer who play for long time team, and this, they want to feel up, they want to get the feeling again. Because sometimes, no five people on the overseas, they want to take their mind away from the little stress, the little work stress they have there, so, and then can come discuss some football, and then see them team are going, so they say, wow, my team are going good, and then can sit down and discuss it. Forget that about the feeling there. Just take their mind off of work and the issues. The little stress, it's like a relief for them. And they can sit down and have that open discussion and enjoy it. Now, when Issa specifically would limit a person like me, limit the coverage that I can do, you're not really cramping me. Yeah, of course, they might cramp me. But guess what? I'm still a guy the game. Still nice stand same way, interact with the people, them, still do the show. But you are more likely a cramping the content, the product itself. You cut the reach of the product. Well, you're not gonna reach because basically I say that I'm not gonna reach. But you're cutting the content. You're really cutting the content. Fans, football, fans and media are the two most important things to football. Fans and media. Yes, players are important, of course. But without fans and media, there's no one to talk about the sports. There's no one to overhype the players. There's no one to overhype the team. There's no one to share their discussing a performance. There's none of that if there's no fans. And so imagine now if I just TVG and CVM and what them do, and them send it in a paper. You can't read something in a paper and get the feeling and the emotion from it. There's nothing different from when you sit down and discuss what happened. Boy, them on the pile, boy. There's nothing different. So, they might think that me a bash them or me a deal with them bad and because of that they just slap me out. But the truth is, they actually hurt the content, they hurt the product. It's not my content, it's not my product, it's their product they might hurt. When time me can sit down on platform and I discuss it now, who tells you have another business person in our comment section and listen and gain some interest and say, boy, how me can reach out to this, how me can help some of these players and this and that. How you get that? When you see on TVJ, you never can call or message TVJ. You can't get to them. Hard. Really, really hard. When you can see me, oh, MG, man, go in the comment section and say, MG, me can get a number to you. Or me can this. And come on the platform and say, you know, so me really want to assist one of these players and such and such. So, I do believe that they have to come around to find out, to understand that what we are doing is what is being done on the international level. It's the same thing ESPN then do. Same thing what me do. Same thing ESPN then do. Fox Sports, all of them big punditry there. At this then do, where them sit down and discuss the games and people tune in to see it. People tune in to hear unseen biasness. People tune in to hear all different type of things. People tune in to hear these type of things. And get a bet and can discuss football. Obito, me see you say one come on. What going to Obito? Where's the one?
Oh, you heard me?
Yeah, man, I hear.
You can go on IMAX channel and type up him recent search, him recent post, him recent stream. It's the one with
Clarendon College and Mona goalkeeper. And carried to 45-38 on that stream. If you can.
All right. Well, me see what me can do upon that.
If you can post, if you can make it come up on the YouTube, if you can make them listen to it, listen to what the man has to say in regards to the Issa situation. The one with Pussy is the keeper and one of the Clarendon players.
Give me a message. Which man did attack?
I don't remember his name, but him supposed to represent them or something like that. I can't say for sure. Don't quote me on that. But him did try come and clarify the situation.
Oh, is that it's a representative?
And what him said, I'm not saying that he's a representative, but he is some person. The way him come across. So I don't know from where, but he's trying to clarify the situation. And what him say on that versus what he supposed on the press release, it not add up to me.
Yeah, but
somebody want to go back and
also,
listen to it.
Well, we don't know the person as well. So even if him can come and say, boy, I'm a representative, whatever, we don't know the person, we don't really know what happened. So it's difficult to really justify or even move around the situation. At present,
no, he says it in the stream, and he says it,
Yeah, but I said
he says who he is,
And did he clearly say that him represent any one of the institution or organization?
He represents some organization. I don't know what. That's why I say I can't say for sure which one. Okay. But he said it in the stream. I just rush over because I just want to know where it started.
All right, no problem. We'll check it out. All right. I do think that's it for us tonight. Let me see. I believe that's definitely. Here we go on, people. In the comment section before we go, you don't know anything, go. Hashtag Big Boy say, oh, Saudi Crest. Big up Saudi Crest. Massive respect. Never see you. It needs to be reconstructed to have a better marketing strategy and to popularize the sport of football. I know a funny thing about it, people. You know what's the funny thing about it? If anyone go back on Issa Sports TV on their YouTube channel, last season, under 16 final, I was the one who do the commentary on that game. I was the one who did the commentary on that game. You see it funny? But anyways, so I go still sometime. Big up all the panelists them. Shane, big up. Thank you for coming on again. David,
big up.
David and David. What? What am I, David?
Enough respect, man. Guidance.
Everybody, Daniel, big up. Thank you very much for coming on again. Nicholas Paul, everybody come on. Everybody in the comment section. Big up. Sorry, Chris. Massive respect. Happy to see you here. Hopefully you're doing good. Unseen. Big up my brother. In the comment section, people. Hashtag Big Boys Time. I don't know. I saw we do it. I did up caps lock. Let me put it in Big Boys Time. Big Boys Time. Big up, people. Massive respect. Hopefully you guys are doing good. See you guys next time. And we are out, people.
Thank you.